Oh.
So we're doing this again.
We're back.
Back and better than ever.
Feels like we were just here.
But yeah, we've been doing a lot of live stream and stuff. Like it's been quite the haul.
Yeah.
I mean, my show yesterday, then the live stream basketball, then our Pot of That Nature today.
Pot of That Nature was cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a busy day, but a fun day.
It has been.
And this team, I mean, this is the first of many, or the second of many streams, because I mean, this basketball team's still cooking. Clearly. So how y'all feeling? Y'all think the season's ending? Is this it? Live to fight another day? What's the vibe like?
Yeah, vibe check for everybody. I am laughing a little bit because it's like I bet Arkansas at plus 6.5 in this one. And so I feel good about it, but at the same time, I don't know. I've been kind of going back and forth.
I also bet Arkansas plus 6.5. I think I might have actually got him at plus 6. I can't remember. Either one of those numbers.
Yeah.
But it would be poetic if I lost it on Arkansas minus 6 and then lost on plus 6 in back-to-back days.
Mm-hmm. Pretty wild. Almost as wild as South Carolina being 25-6 this year and 13-5.
Yeah, even seeing that does not feel accurate.
Yep. And Lamont Paris, I guess, is staying at South Carolina because he signed an extension.
Yeah, how about that? Big week for extensions in college basketball.
Especially the SEC.
Ooh, I don't like those shooting jerseys that have the big logo on the back.
Ooh, those look terrible. Looks like somebody accidentally put the logo on the back too long, far down.
As Scotty Bordelon reported, Arkansas is wearing the red jerseys with the slobber hog on the front.
Ooh.
You can't end your season in that uniform.
No, you can't. You can't bring back slobber hog and expect that to be the result of it all.
Hogs by 3 today, says Will. I like that. I think Arkansas plus 210 money line also. It's tempting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yesterday I saved myself with some live betting. Might have to be on strict live bet watch. Good old Nashville.
Well,
by the way, guys, I think we should point out that we are risking our lives to be doing this.
It's true.
Because, apparently there's a big tornado coming, and our building is not ideal when it comes to places you want to be in a tornado. A lot of windows.
A lot of windows and a lot of height.
No bathtub for us to lay down in either.
I guess we'd have to go back down to the locker room in the basement, I guess, would be probably the best spot. If it really gets dicey.
You think at what point it'll get bad enough to where the people of our building will reach out to us and be like, hey.
No, they don't give a crap about us. They don't give a rip. No, they'll probably just laugh at us and just be like, those idiots up there. But, I assume, because here's the thing, everyone's going to go to that locker room. So we may be left to our own fruition. Yeah.
We'll be watching this Arkansas team continue its march to madness.
Yeah.
Like that?
I like it.
It's march to madness.
To madness.
They're getting fitted for a dress for the big dance. They're seeing what kind of corsage they want to wear. Still early,
but at least they got feel good vibes.
Oh, we got Jimmy Dykes on the call. There you go. Bob Holt.
Oh, wait.
Bob Holt.
Oh, there he is. There's Bob. Bob on one side and Wallace Hall on the other, hanging out. There's a guy with the Cam Newton jersey in the back.
Is that the guy from Feinbaum?
Yeah, must be. That's
dude. Why are Curtis and Scotty not sitting next to Bob?
Curtis and Scotty probably got some Gucci seats or something.
I'm starting to think Curtis and Scotty took the stipend and just went to had a big party.
Had a per diem and just decided to roll. Going to karaoke bars and whatnot.
Caleb Battles, he's not going home today.
Yeah, only people that were in the locker room yesterday post game was Scotty and Curtis. So
whatever Caleb Battles, I'm about to see if I can get Caleb Battles live, points over for points. I want it. Whatever it is, I want it. If it's 27.5, I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, look, it's Marty Smith.
He's real Southern, boys. He's real Southern. Can't you tell by that draw? He's from the South. Oh, man. I like Alyssa Lang better.
Yeah, me too.
Bring her back.
Keep wondering about this this weather people keep texting me about. Should be fine.
People are scared, man. If you're scared, go to church.
That's right.
As for me and my house, we are not worried. All right, looks like I can get Caleb Battle 20.5 points. Plus 110 for the over.
It was.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it in time.
I hate that.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough when you can't get it in time.
Wouldn't know. But yeah, like, what is the over? 158.5 or something?
Is it that high? Let's see.
155.5? I thought it was something like that.
I have been very disconnected from this game from a gambling standpoint.
Yeah, me too. By the way, Eric Musman in Arkansas ended the career of Jerry Stackhouse coaching at Vanderbilt today.
Must catch in bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe South Carolina will backtrack on that extension after this. It says it's over under right here is 143.5. That feels like a lot to be going over.
That's a lot. All right.
Ellis with the ball.
The raucous crowd of Carolina. Let's see. You got what the else? Okay, a little ball movement. How about Brazil starting off with a 3? Bang!
Cash. Wow.
Streak lives.
Hogs are up. The streak lives. Let's get it out. Yeah, Arkansas's about to beat these dudes, man. I can't
Ball
believe
game.
it.
It's over.
Insurmountable lead.
Thing is, Lamont Paris gets a foul one.
They might have surmounted the lead. They're in danger of surmounting it.
Would have been nice if they had that bet today of the over and under 2.5 points in the first minute. Would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice. Trevor Brazil was really good defensively yesterday. Picks up an early foul. Would be a tough one if he were to get another real quick.
Kind of
scoreboard's messing up.
Already?
Yeah, it had it 3-1 after that free throw.
Well, scoreboards are hard.
They are hard.
Let's see how
At least ours is correct.
It's true. We're always on top of it here. Brazil.
Another 3 for Brazil.
Bang.
Another made triple. Wow. Now this lead really is insurmountable.
Now this feels like it's done. It feels like it's over.
Yeah.
Ball game.
You can only weather so many storms, as we're about to find out.
Man, that's impressive. Maybe this is March Brazil.
March Trevin. We get to see him last year. Yeah. Although weirdly enough, I remember him practicing with the team when they were there. I guess it was in Des Moines, and Curtis had some videos of being like, "Hey, look, Trevin Brazil's practicing." So this time of year he starts feeling spry.
Yeah, because when we were there in Des Moines, the locker room was open and Brazil was there, and no one has talked to him since his injury. So we're just walked up to him and was like, "Hey." T. Rogers says, "How did we get so lucky to get Don Daly as an official?"
Is it T. Rogers or is it Rogers?
I keep wanting that.
Trayvon Brazil.
Is it Trayvon or is it Trevin?
It's Trevin.
I'm about to say
it's definitely Trevin.
Always been Trevin.
But it looks like I'm guessing that
John George says it's Trevin. So
we would never make the mistake of listening to the broadcast. Oh. And is it Tremont or is it Tramon? Tramon, Mark. I don't know. These are the questions we'll never
like salmon.
South Carolina for 3.
Ew.
Brick.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Hey, Trevin really tried to turn that ball over.
Did his best.
I'm sorry, Ice Cold Minjill, but it went over our heads. We didn't get it. He meant like Trey, like he hit it in the threes. Okay.
Sorry,
we're stupid. Oh!
Can you make it 3 in a row? No.
You could tell one of those was coming.
Yeah. Heat check. Wow. Oh.
A little overpassing from South Carolina.
Gosh, yeah, and they're shorting a lot of these. That's good D. Good D by Lofton.
Uh-oh.
Got numbers.
Out and running.
They got numbers.
Oh.
That's right. When it comes to that transition offense
has been a real issue for the Pigs, man.
Transition offense, passing the ball in offense.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I got
Ellis.
Wow. Look at that. Ellis making some hustle plays. Slow it up.
Caleb Battle with the weirdest and one of all time. He tried to turn it over on back-to-back possessions. He attacked a 1-on-4, which was interesting. Certainly a decision. But hey, how about that, Ellis?
Look at that hustle play. But he just got taken out of the game.
Ooh.
Before even the under 16 timeout hits.
Put Devo in there?
I would assume.
Good old Devontae. He had a good game yesterday.
You did, other than just fouling out.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's back in. Okay. I thought when I saw him going to the bench, I guess he was just talking to him. All right, so Arkansas with a 2 field goal lead here.
You talk about insurmountable leads. This one really is.
I mean, come on. Like it's over with.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Ellis with the active hands.
Yeah, Ellis the defender. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No foul?
No foul.
Letting him play a little bit. I like it. Caleb Battle takes him off the dribble.
Easy money.
Too easy. God, I wish I'd been able to get in that Caleb Battle bet. God damn.
Oh.
It literally was like right at the buzzer. Like right as I went to go hit send, it was like, nope, can't accept it. The thing about Arkansas is like offensively, they really are a pretty good team at this point.
Man,
they just aren't a good defensive team.
Yep. At all. And that's 2 fouls on Brazil.
If this were a game of 21 and they get the make it take it type shit, Arkansas really might be able to make a run.
Yeah. Well, Arkansas is still up 11-5.
11-5 at the first media timeout. Could be 11-6.
The only basketball or the only offense that South Carolina has back-to-back and ones, but you're about to hope take the free throw at some point. But anyways, Brazil's got 2 fouls, so that's something to watch.
That is tough.
Something to watch.
You never want to get 2 fouls in 5 minutes.
That's usually not a good sign.
Zachary Davis says, is Arkansas the best Wednesday team ever? Well, today's not Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday. They did win.
Duke was a Wednesday night game.
Was that a Wednesday night?
Mm-hmm.
What let me go pull up the schedule real quick. You're going to maybe pull up the schedule just to see.
I want to say the A&M game was a Wednesday night.
Like the road one or the...
Either, both.
No, not baseball schedule. Let's go, man. Men's basketball.
Dude, you're just so used to pulling up baseball.
So the Red White Showcase was on a Wednesday.
Oh, there you go. So that's where it's all started.
Let's see. They beat Stanford in double overtime on a Wednesday.
That was a win.
They beat Duke on a Wednesday. They lost by 10 to Georgia on a Wednesday. They got the poop kicked out of them against Ole Miss on a Wednesday. They did win in Como on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
They did lose heavily to Tennessee on a Wednesday. They beat LSU at home on a Wednesday, and they beat Vanderbilt on a Wednesday.
So that is probably
looks like a mixed bag.
Probably like a 500 team on a Wednesday.
Mark Sherman wants to know if they'll get an NIT invite if they win today and tomorrow.
No.
If they win today and tomorrow, probably not. I mean, I also don't think they would accept it, even if they got it. And especially because it wouldn't be at home.
Yeah.
Most likely. I mean, I haven't looked at the latest NIT bracketology, but I'd imagine Arkansas is not a top 4 seed in that situation.
No, not at all.
So I don't think we're going to be going to. Is it Indianapolis that we determined it is the final?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, I lied. I wouldn't be all for it. Arkansas should not accept the NIT bid if they get it.
No.
But I don't think they're going to get it. I think there's other schools that will get it, and they probably should. Did we say Todd Golden got extended today?
Yes, he did an extension.
Interesting. Yeah, big. The LSU coach got an extension.
Yep, and Chris Beard got an extension.
Dude.
I mean, everybody in the SEC got an extension.
That's crazy, man.
Except for Jerry Stackhouse. He got fired.
He did not get an extension. Yeah.
But did I see something correctly? That's like $5 million or $15 million buyout.
Someone was saying that in the chat.
Dude,
I didn't look at it, but that's.
I don't know.
If that's the case, you really should just run it back, right?
Yes.
For a while, just until that number gets to single digits.
I don't know of many college basketball coaches that are worth a $15 million buyout. Like very, very few.
You have
Jerry
to really
Stackhouse
hate your
is
coach.
Definitely not one of them.
Well, just Vanderbilt basketball should not be paying $15 million for anything.
Yeah. Okay, so Mekhi Mitchell's checking in. They keep the claw in with him too, so a little.
Oh, Chandler Lawson for 3.
No, that's not a shot that you want. Still got Mark in battle. Mark's yet to take a shot, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he might have taken one. He took
Really?
a weird little.
Oh.
It was whenever I made the Traymon or the Tramon joke.
Yeah.
Caleb battle with the board.
South Carolina's been short in every shot.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe
like
the
they
legs
haven't-
have got to them.
Yeah, it's
Battle.
Caleb battle for 3.
No, coming off.
But right before we went live, was it before we went live when I was talking about how I was like, it might be an advantage for Arkansas that they've already played
Yeah, it
one?
was before we went live.
Everyone assumes that it's like a big advantage not having played, but I think Arkansas, think about how bad Arkansas played in the first half yesterday. Clearly they settled in a little bit. Maybe Arkansas is getting South Carolina's bad half here, but they better hurry up and build that lead up.
Yeah, that was good defense. It was just a good shot.
Yeah.
Colin Murray Boyles.
Good old CMB.
Marks
Go-
wants to take him.
Tramon Mark.
Lawson, look at that.
I thought he was about to go up and soar above them all.
Dude, like, yeah, you don't do that. Yeah, I'm hoping that Arkansas can still weather this storm because of Brazil being out with 2 fouls was huge because he had such a good start. And then that's an easy one for them.
Makai Mitchell. What version of Makai Mitchell are we going to get today?
I feel like Makai and Brazil can't play really good to get like the same game. Maybe
I think that's true. That might be true.
So,
because it was whenever Trevin got hurt and started missing the Kentucky game, that's when Makai started popping off. So yeah. Although yesterday was like the closest we've gotten to it because Makai ended up with 18 points.
Yeah, he ended up being good, and Brazil was fine.
And they're not on the floor together now, so maybe they can make something happen.
Okay, Makai.
Makai with the turnaround jumper that they just let him have, and he made it.
Ty Langston wants you to do it.
Hello, Makai Mitchell. Hello, Makai Mitchell. Oh,
That was too easy.
The defense or the South Carolina offense is greeting that Makai Mitchell defense like it's nothing.
No.
These teams are just a lot closer to evenly matched than their records and seeding indicates.
And South Carolina has basically 10 more wins than Arkansas. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, credit to Lamont Paris, man. Oh,
Ain't gonna do it. Waiting way too long into the shot clock.
I don't like what I'm seeing.
No,
from
is that?
I don't like what I'm seeing from Makai Mitchell, dude. He does not look locked in today.
Like they just walked down the court. And
It is now a 1-point game, just like that.
Arkansas was up by what, 11-3?
Yeah.
I think so. Well, they're not. They're letting it get physical now.
Let's see. Looks like Jalen. Is that Jalen Graham about to check into the game?
No way.
Makai looks so bad. I can't believe how bad he looks. He might have had too much to drink.
Jalen Graham.
I think that's Jalen Graham set to check in. That's how mad Muss is at Makai. He's about to play Jalen Graham. Makai, get back there, dude. I think Makai might be drunk.
Yeah, Makai may just
Like, he's on heavy drunk watch.
He missed his second shot, and he's like, "Screw it, I'm out."
Dude, like, he didn't even get back in transition.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here.
Just a step slow on everything.
This right here,
Like, right here.
pathetic.
Like, this is tough.
Like, just it's not.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Gamecocks, like they have an exclamation point. Punctuation matters. So you skip Bayless's tweet.
No. Oh, yeah, the all-in. Yeah.
Commas are important.
That should be used in school. Why you need a comma.
There's the exact examples.
I'm going to get a Coca-Cola from the refrigerator.
Hey, DePaul hired their coach. And it is not Porter Mosier. It is former Ohio State coach Chris Holtman.
Who got fired in mid-year, right?
Yeah.
So where did that rumor come from? Who duped us with that? because I was all in on that. I bet against Oklahoma last night for that reason. Because I was like, oh, their coach is about to leave. And they did not cover, so it ended up being a good bet. But we got duped.
And duped. But it is indeed Mekhi Mitchell coming in.
They're Jalen Graham.
Or, sorry,
Yeah,
Jalen Graham
for
coming
Mekhi.
in for Mekhi Mitchell, yeah.
That's interesting.
It is.
I thought, well, and, I get my academic absences mixed up. I thought, for some reason, I was like, oh, he's not, Graham's not available. One last dance, Jalen Graham.
Last chance to dance.
It feels so long ago, that Arkansas South Carolina basketball game.
Oh, dude, Marty and Muss.
Obviously knocked out a couple of early threes. Brazil with the foul trouble all of a sudden. Got to get shot quality.
Oh, that's it.
Defensively, we slipped a little bit in the last 2 minutes. Got to get back to defending. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, so Brazil's out. Jalen Graham is in.
There you go. So you got Devo, Lawson, Graham, Mark Battle. Is that what we're looking at here?
I think so. Devo's first appearance of the day. Yeah. Dude, when was the last time we saw Jalen Graham?
I mean, I'm going to pull it up now because it really has been a minute.
All right, there you go. Look at Claw.
Chandler, hey. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dude, I was about to give Kingsley credit because you remember he kind of called
Yeah,
him.
he did. But that ain't. But missing a wide open dunk is not going to be a way that you can get on everyone. Come on,
Dude, that was a crazy
dude.
one.
Like they weren't even trying to defend you anymore. Like
Yeah, it's
Arkansas is going to lose by 1 because of that right there.
So if my calculations are correct, the last time we saw Jalen Graham was when he played 23 minutes against Tennessee on Valentine's Day. So exactly 1 month. That's how long it's been since we've seen Jalen Graham play basketball. He had 8 and 7 in that game. I think his back has been really bugging him as well. I think on top of, being not like a firm rotation guy anyway, I think I remember him being a little bit banged up in that game. Ooh, South Carolina's now up 2.
Mm-hmm. The big boy down low, what's his name?
BJ Mack, number 2 there.
Yeah, he's a big boy because that was
He's
the
big.
one that Arkansas has passed on, right?
Oh, yeah.
In
And
the
a lot
transfer
of people
portal.
passed on.
Yeah,
Is he a South Florida transfer?
it sounds right. Somewhere in Florida. See if Jalen Graham can have a little welcoming back. I'd say so. Might be a Jalen Graham day.
Jeremiah Davenport getting ready to check in.
Dude, we're playing the hits now. Like
I hope it's for Lawson.
that's it.
So that they're going a little small here.
Yeah. Get out.
I'll be interested to see who he's coming in for. It is for Lawson, according to Stat Broadcast.
Okay.
Also, spoiler, I know what happens in this next position.
Because you looked at the stat. I keep sometimes I check myself, make sure I don't look at it too
Well,
soon.
I've gotten weird with Stat Broadcast where like sometimes I'll be at bomb and like not checking Stat Broadcast because I'm like, oh, I don't want to spoil, but I'm like, oh wait, I'm there.
That guy was wide open.
See? I always love whenever I urge for them to go small and then a small guy gets scored on.
Man,
Scotty was obsessed with Michi Johnson for a while. He kept talking about him.
big Michi Johnson guy. Let's see. Graham wants to go to work. Uh-oh. Okay, somebody's got to shoot it. Battle. Deep. Back.
Good Lord, I cannot believe I didn't get that freaking... He's going to have like 53 in this game.
Yep.
Goodness gracious. And if I'd gotten that bet in, he would have tore his ACL.
Maybe. Or was it Murphy's Law?
So you're welcome, Caleb Battle, for not getting that bet in on time. You got to be able to finish that one if you're
Yeah.
Because
Wasn't Mac the guy that against the first time they played, he went for
18.
insane.
I was just looking at that box score.
Jeez.
If you want to know any other point totals from that game, I got it pulled up.
Oh gosh, I know.
Jeremiah Davenport. Oh wait, I was reading that wrong. I thought he had 21 points. Yeah, he played 21 minutes.
I've done that before many times.
Sherman Mark was Arkansas's only double-digit scorer that day.
Gross. Does Caleb Battle even play?
He played 5 minutes and had 3 points on 1 of 3. Yeah. Joseph Pinion recorded a bucket.
Tells you all you need to know.
Keon Minifield recorded a bucket as well. Dennis J. Harris played 2 minutes. He put up a $2 trillion in that game.
A $2 trillion.
Yeah. I saw St. John's might make the tournament. They're in like the last 4 in.
Patino.
Oh, yeah. Tremont Mark with a pull-up, too, from long range, and he makes it.
My most hated shot.
Yeah. I like the shots that go in, though, so I'm okay with it.
I know. I mean, you got to be.
You see that banner there that says 8 net top 50 teams?
No.
It's like advertising the SEC tournament. 8 top 50 net
however
teams.
you can get it.
10 different teams ranked this season. Arkansas is one of them.
All right. Well, if Battle wanted a foul, did not get the call there.
Oh, hey.
That was a travel. But easy money there.
Ends up being an easy bucket. Yeah, I thought we had a little double dribby action.
Mm-hmm.
The man really named Zachary.
Dalton says, "Does the tornado hit Fayetteville yet?" No, I don't think so. Our windows are still
We're still standing.
There you go, Jalen.
Jalen Graham's going to work, man.
That sounds like Sam Piven right there. He's going to work now.
He's big now. He's fast now.
Oh, that's a deep 3, but coming off. I'd say
Jeremiah Davenport fouled. I like it. Wofford is where he came from, according to Addison. That's where Mac was from. Ty Langston said Curtis could have dunked that.
I think he could
probably. Curtis can get up there.
He can.
Ty pointed out that I said I was going to get a Coke and then came back with a Dr. Pepper.
It's all the same,
Listen,
man. It's all the same.
Whatever I see first, I just grab it. I saw DP first.
He grabbed it. So it's just a severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, dude. They said JB Hunt sent its employees home. That's crazy. Natty State, we're here working. We're still working through the storm. We ain't worried about nothing. Instead, we sent our employees to Nashville.
That's right. When the tornadoes come, we send them to Nashville.
So how are we feeling? Arkansas's up 1 now with, I guess, 7:50 left in the half. They're in it.
Mm-hmm.
They're in it. At this point yesterday, it was going much, much, much worse. So.
It was. And I guess what makes me feel pretty good about it is that literally Trevor Brazil was killing it. Got 2 fouls, and he hadn't played at all, and you're still with the lead.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel pretty solid. You just got to be able to, like, again, the Mekhi Mitchell sequences of about, I think because of him, Arkansas gave up 6 points just because of his lack of effort there.
Well, I don't know what his plus minus actually is. It's looking like, this is South Carolina. Yeah, he's a -5, and he's the only player in the minus on that.
I believe it. That was not.
I don't know what's going on with Mekhi, but man, he looked out of it completely.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was all in.
He did not look like a guy whose career could end today. At least collegiate.
Also, official Razorback football account can post Davion Dozier videos and film, but we can't film during that time. I see how it is.
You know, today would have been the day. We were going to be rebellious. Today would have been the day.
Though.
Yeah, it was sick. Because, like, KP's not there.
Ooh,
I didn't see Oliver there, so it's like.
I don't know. Grace was making sure that nobody was filming. So I don't want to get on her bad side.
After you left, I was leaving, and I was like, couldn't find her. I literally looked for her for like 10 minutes because I had yours and mine, and I was trying to leave. And I was like, I saw her, and I was like, I was trying to make her run for it and take the credentials. She's like, no, I got eyes everywhere. I wouldn't have let you get out. Like, all right, fair enough.
Those are the scary things you got to think about.
Hunter here reports in the chat that Mitchell was screaming at the bench also when he let up a bucket.
What do they call those? Blow-ups?
Yeah, they said they wanted to have him at 0. He's already reached at least 1.
Mm-hmm. Man.
It's funny.
Alabama's got an easier path. They've had the winner of Florida and Georgia. I feel like that might be the easier one for match up that one.
The Florida Georgia line, eh?
The what is it? Is it still called the
Mason Dixon line?
Oh no, the rivalry that they have in football. The
what's
world's
it
largest
called?
outdoor cocktail party.
Yeah, the world's
like
largest. Yeah,
John
Jacksonville.
Yep, where they both wear their home jerseys every time too.
I actually don't hate that.
No, I don't either. And remember that one time Georgia wore the blackout jerseys and they scored touchdown. The entire team ran out in the end zone and celebrated because they got a flag. And Mark
This is against Florida.
Yeah, because Mark Richt wanted that. They literally all ran out on the field. The entire team in the end zone.
I love that actually. JD cannot shoot anymore. Just does not know how to shoot, man. I don't understand. Here, Jeremiah Davenport at one point in his career was guarded by Audie's Tourney.
Yeah.
You remember like when Arkansas put Audie's Tourney on whoever it was, they put him on Jeremiah Davenport. Nowadays, like if a team's putting their best defender on Jeremiah Davenport, it's like, what are you doing?
You know, that's like a player that they could have used on this team. Just like one lockdown defender. Just go guard the best player.
Every team could use an Audie's Tourney.
Yeah.
But especially this one that sucks on the defensive end, especially on the perimeter.
Yep.
Could really use it.
Too easy.
Oh.
This is bad basketball that I'm watching right now.
That's the one that goes in. Oh, we may have slept on the
Colin Murray boy
tiredness. CMB's cooking, man.
11 points for him already. Jeez.
I remember I think he had 11 in the first game. Yeah, he had 11 and 4 and 2.
They're double teaming Jalen Graham. No,
I could just tell that one wasn't going in. Oh no.
Tremont Mark on BJ Mack. See how this one goes. Oh.
Hey.
Come on.
Bang.
Oh.
All right. Devo with the board. I like Devo's energy.
Here you go, Devo.
Okay, Devo. Yeah, he's arrived. He's here. The calendar, January, February, Devo Davis, April.
Then John Rothstein does that with Tom Izzo.
Tom Izzo, yeah.
Yeah.
Who hasn't been to a Final Four in like a decade.
I think they're even missing the tournament this year.
Yeah, I mean their program is kind of falling off completely. All right, Arkansas back down. It's just back and forth, man.
I'm telling you.
This looks like last night's game down the stretch. Just two evenly matched squads.
Nobody can pull away.
This is
Graham.
Oh,
Jalen Graham is feasting. What's he got?
This is not a game of runs. This is a game of back and forth ball. Makai Mitchell's set to come back in. He's getting a new lease on life.
You think he's coming in for Davenport, maybe?
Probably should, because Davenport does not look good.
Max got 9. So literally like two players are all 20 points between two players for South Carolina.
Hey. Tremont Mark.
Way off. Like BJ Mack is just the guy of that size is kind of like a cheat code.
Yeah, he's just big, man. What's weird is there's no chance he plays in the NBA. Like zero.
Yeah, but he's
very effective for this level here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he was about to miss that one.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell it was off of him too.
Yep.
They're hanging around. Hogs are hanging around.
It's not like Arkansas is not going to get blown out again, anymore.
I don't think so.
Because like I said, the biggest loss they've had since that Tennessee game at home, which was a month ago, was to Kentucky on the road by, what was it, 10 and 9?
Yeah, and it ended up being, it was like 9,
Yeah,
and
but
it was
not,
closer than that.
Yeah.
Oy. Chandler Lawson picks up another foul.
So that's 2 for him now, I believe.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. So looking at this, Arkansas has, I guess it's just Brazil in foul trouble. Everybody else has just one.
Hey, the Commanders are sending last year's starter Sam Howell to the Seahawks for your NFL updates.
So what are they doing with Geno? What's Geno doing?
I don't know. Hanging out.
The Commanders have been bringing in like old dudes. Like they brought in like somebody, Jadeveon Clowney or something like that. Not Jadeveon Clowney. Who was it? Someone even older than that. Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner also from Seattle. Man. I'm looking at the thing here. It says South Carolina is second in the SEC standings, but it's because they're tied with Auburn, Kentucky, and Alabama. Oh yeah, Austin Eckler was the other one. The running back. Yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I just did not realize Bama was 13-5. 4 SEC teams went 13-5.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's crazy. Huh. I think Arkansas's best season under Muss was 13-5. I think the Moses Moody year they went 13-4 because A&M had some stupid
coward out of the game.
But yeah, then the next year I think Arkansas went 13-5 again.
Yeah, Hunter, I don't think Bay fall. I don't think we're going to see Bay fall today, but I don't know. Crazier things have happened, but
unless everybody fouls out.
If Mekhi Mitchell could do what he did with his last stint and still get back in the game, they're probably not putting Bay Fall in.
Bay.
Bay Fall's like one of those drafted stashes. You know, back in the NBA, whenever you like draft a dude from Italy and then he'd come over in 2 years, that's what Bay Fall is here.
Oh, Peter Burns got the MacBook, and then Fishback's got the iPad.
Yeah,
Matt Bradley's
Fishback's got
nothing.
Not as ruckus of a crowd.
Can you see him? I can't see him.
I didn't get a good look.
I don't think they're there. Yeah, not as raucous of a crowd as last night, but then again, it is 2:30 in the afternoon.
It is
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Middle of the day on Thursday.
Imagine being an Under Armour school. Like, it's kind of
that's a weird one, yeah. Like, it's not even like as lame as some of them. Like, I think Adidas is just a tough. Like, I wear Adidas stuff every now and then, but Adidas uniforms are horrible.
Especially in like if it's football.
How many schools are Under Armour schools? Like, there's South Carolina,
Auburn.
I feel like there's Auburn's Under Armour.
Mm-hmm. Auburn.
I feel like there's another one, like a not big
Maryland
one.
is Under Armour.
Maryland Under Armour. I feel like it's maybe like one of the Florida schools, not Florida because they're Jordan, which is kind of cool.
Florida State's Nike. I think Miami's Nike.
Miami's. Maybe it's like South Florida or something.
Yeah, that would be right. Or Central Florida. They seem like
I feel like Arkansas played somebody who's Under Armour. It might have been Colorado State that I'm thinking of.
and one.
All right, Mekhi, he's been rejuvenated. He's been woken up from his chamber. He's back, man. Welcome back, Mekhi Mitchell. That was a weird stretch of play you had earlier, Mekhi Mitchell.
Oh, boy.
One of my favorite Mekhi moments of all time, I don't even know if it's a Mekhi moment, it's really just an Eric Musselman moment, but a long time ago, Musselman was asked, it was last year, when him and McKell were in their first year, and Arkansas was playing somebody who had played against Rhode Island the year before. So Muss was asked in a presser by like Scotty or someone who was like, hey, those guys played against, this team. So are you going to ask Mekhi for, some tips or whatever? And Muss said, probably not. And, if there's one guy I'm not going to ask for, tips on, it's probably Mekhi. He said, we just want him to focus on playing ball.
Right there.
Uh-oh.
And
we got to get a call there, Blue. We got to get a call. All of a sudden, Mekhi, he saw his plus-minus numbers, and he was like, let me get these back on track.
Yeah.
Nice little run for Arkansas, who's sneakily up 3.
Sneakily.
A quiet 3-point lead.
Yes, very, very quiet. Okay, Ellis down low is not something I want to see.
Hey, at least he contested that shot, and I thought I don't like the call.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see a replay of that. I felt like it was a good ball.
Ooh, give him a little shove after. Give him a little shove. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like either. His far side official ran and came and made the foul call.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And that's what Bus is saying. He's like, there's no way you could have seen that. There's no way you could have seen that call.
I love that Muss referenced the short turnaround immediately.
Mm-hmm. It's big, man.
Well, you know what's weird about this crowd, and Muss even said this last night that he was seeing different jerseys and stuff. It doesn't seem like there's a ton of Arkansas or South Carolina fans. I think it's just a crowd of people
Yeah, just like randoms.
that happen. This is like an AAU tournament almost.
Yeah.
Just a game that happens to be being played.
Like, hey, Jerry, we got off work early. You want to go over and just hang out at go to
Aldean's
Aldean's
bar is packed. Let's go ahead and go over to Nashville. Let's go over to the Bridgestone
No,
Arena.
we can get it for like $5.
My boy Marty, I went to school with him in the South.
Oh, right. Battle to the
Caleb Battle.
line.
I kind of hope Caleb doesn't get those 21 points.
I feel like that's their best chance of a win.
Yeah, Caleb. I mean, the second half, it was all Caleb Battle, Tremont Mark. We got that little short spur from Caleb where he got 8 points quickly. He's about to have 10 here, but I feel like those dudes have another little spurt in them.
So Arkansas, say if they won
Does
the game.
Tremont Mark have a point? He has 2.
Yeah, he has that
have
long
2.
two.
That's right.
So if Arkansas wins this, they play it tomorrow at 2:30 again? I think?
Yes,
Okay.
same time frame.
So, and talk about quick. Oh, I mean, it'll still get turned, still brought up, but
Yeah, I mean, it's still, and
Still-
plus Auburn hasn't played at all.
yeah.
Muscle be calling for a new format.
Yep.
We just can't have a team play their third game while we got one playing one.
Like, how do you expect?
If there were any way for us to avoid this in the regular
No way.
season, we would have. Arkansas
South Carolina's just got a lot of like beefy dudes down low, man.
Seems like South Carolina has no issue getting the ball very close to the basket.
Yeah.
Luckily for Arkansas, they missed like half their shots down there, though. 9 second chance points to 0. It's not a good trend.
That was a dumb foul by South Carolina. That's an interesting looking cat.
Yeah. He kind of looks like Jaden Hazelwood.
Yeah, I could see that. What's he doing now? Is he in the pros?
I think he. I don't remember if he landed on like a practice squad or something. I don't know.
I think that's the one that Sam Pittman always references is like they gave him a spot.
Yeah, in the spring practice.
Straight, like they gave him a
Well,
spot.
because you know what happened? Like real life is he sucked in the spring when he first got to Arkansas. And he was banged up a little bit, but he was like running first team on day one and sucking. And I think it probably sent a bad message.
Yeah.
Ooh, and so I think Pittman realized that and kind of regrets it.
I can understand that.
Yeah. And then he was like, all right, Taylor Green, your first team day one.
I guess when Petrino wants it, it's kind of like, well, it's a little different.
We got a funny question in the chat.
Dude, offensive rebounds going on.
We got a funny question
Oh,
in the
man.
chat.
Well, that would be quite the celebrity streamer with us if that was a question.
Yes.
Would you like? I don't think our sponsors are the same. Couldn't talk about our internet. Wow, that was a terrible turnover by Arkansas.
Caleb was so upset by that pass. He just started walking back up court right away.
I don't know where that was going to. I don't know who.
Shout out KP.
KP, yeah.
He's locked in. Arkansas, they showed that stat late that was not correct about them having 0 turnovers.
Yeah, I don't know what that
But they just stopped turning the ball over in the second half yesterday and really helped.
It's amazing
Get back to doing that.
Yeah. Amazing what you do when you do not turn the ball over. No way. All right, so just wait till like the last shot almost right here. Like just don't rush it. No reason to get them an opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, let him throw something up with 4 seconds left or whatever.
Okay.
Hey, Jimmy, I think they're purposely holding for the last shot, but
Yeah, no, I don't know what.
now they didn't get a great one. And when I say they didn't get a great one, they didn't get any of them.
They literally have a shot clock violation. It's impressive.
They were like, we're going to make sure they have as little time as possible.
Yep, like not even give them a single decimal, like just no tenths of a second. So no matter what, it looks like Arkansas is going to be down.
They're going to be down. Will it be one?
And well, mom parents call the timeout. You're not a serious program. Man, this guy's really wanting to know if we could.
Hugh, are you aware of my job history?
Have you seen his resume?
Yeah, go take a look at my resume real quick, bro. We appreciate the kind words, but yeah.
Probably not something that's going to get worked out anytime soon. Our prevent offense.
That dude does look like Jaden Hazelwood. The more I'm looking at him, though, over there in the corner with the hair, he kind of looks a little Hazelwoody. Hazelwoody. There's a snake in my boots. Yeah. Jaden Hazelwood also opted out of the bowl game and then didn't get drafted, which is a tough combo.
Yeah, let's say if you opt out of the bowl game, you better make sure you're going to get drafted.
Yeah, Zachary Davis, you did call it, John.
Yep.
Missed dunk.
It's going to be a 1 point game.
Arkansas could be at halftime feeling good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
1.
They put some time back on the clock.
Scoreless in the last 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Surely they don't score.
At this point yesterday, Arkansas was down 41-27.
Yeah, it was a very big different thing.
He just cruised right to the middle of that defense.
Is incredible. And Muss is pissed at the officials about something.
Did he think maybe he had a little push off, maybe a little something? I don't know. They cleared the lane for that sucker.
Yeah.
Arkansas just can't. It's like, I'd say the biggest thing. I mean, the Achilles heel of this team is they cannot stay in front of the ball. It just looks so hard to score on Arkansas in years past, and teams just do not fear their perimeter defenders at all. They have so much confidence, and so you see all these guards that, today it's big men mostly, but opposing players just have so much confidence against Arkansas. Must not feeling it.
So let's see if he's upset about. Oh yeah, little stiff arm action.
Little
See this
DMAC
again. Look at this.
Little hit him with a Heisman.
Yeah, he extended a little bit. I understand that. But hey, 3 point game. I mean, it's Brazil did not play at all, pretty much.
Yeah, he played 4 minutes. What? It's a tough way to end the half.
Yeah,
though.
it's not the way you want to do it. If it's down,
Caleb Battle 10 points on 3 of 4. Trevin with 6 points. Mekhi Mitchell with a legitimate sneaky 7 points. I would say
legitimate sneaky. Good. We get to hear from Bruce Pearl at halftime. That's who I want to hear from.
There you go. Did we ever figure out who that guy in the middle is?
No.
Does anyone in the chat know who the guy in the middle of this desk
Auburn
is?
Under Armour. That is one of the worst quarter zip things. Look at that logo.
Little square logo.
It literally looks like someone just it's a sticker is what it looks like.
I don't know why you need the border there.
Yeah.
Why do you need? It looks like one of those patches that you had to iron on.
Yeah, like a pocket protector or something like that where you put pins in.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
You keeps going on. We do. I appreciate it, but yes, it is definitely not going to happen.
Yeah.
Just tell you right now, it's definitely not going to happen.
Yeah, we'll collab with a lot of people, but probably not that.
But you should go try to ask him.
Yeah.
See
what he says.
He'll love it.
The video of Luke has sprained ankle just pissed me off. All the space on the field, and you get Dom Johnson running right into him. Kingsley?
I remember. So I heard Pittman. Weirdly enough, I witnessed this interaction happen. Pittman came over to Tom Murphy and asked, "What happened to Hats?" And he was like, "Oh, running back right into him."
Look at my notes. I'm like, yeah.
And then maybe it was genuinely curious because he didn't see what happened either, and I'd missed it too. But Kingsley, to answer your question, why is Ella on the court right now? They save blocker for whenever it's end of the game and they need a free throw. That's when they bring in blocker.
Yep.
The 39% foul shooter. When you need a stop on defense, that's not whenever you want to play Layden Blocker, who is the only perimeter defender that tries, it seems.
Yep.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Seems, but yeah.
tough to play him whenever in this situation when he's not playing at all. Who is that? Is that Big Baby Davis? Who the
You doing porn again? Is he crying?
Yeah, dude, is he either sweating bullets or crying?
Jeez. Alicia says, wow, was that last play an offensive foul? I mean, I feel like you could have called it. He seemed to have extended his arm out.
He looked like a running back, man. He was cruising through there.
24 straight wins by double digits? That's what they said about Auburn just then?
Oh, what do they mean?
Guess we have this old rewind button.
Yeah, rewind. I got to see that.
Yeah, guys, I swear that's what it said. It's like 24. I go pop up after this. Yeah, 24 straight wins by double digits. What does that mean? I guess every win that they've had has always been by double digits. They haven't had a close.
I got to go pull up their schedule now. That is baffling.
I mean, I know that
obviously they're not on a 24-game winning streak.
Right. Again, I know
that can't be right.
I know that's what I'm saying. The stat ticker people I know have been struggling here.
They have been, but this seems like one that might just be blatantly incorrect.
And again, unless it's saying that the last 24 of their wins have all been by double digits.
I mean, they've won exactly 24 games this year.
So that would be where their win streak starts. Why didn't they just say every win this year is by double digits?
So let's see, that's an exhibition. A lot of double-digit wins.
So maybe that's what they were saying. I
haven't gotten a conference play yet, though. So they beat Arkansas, yes. And John, I hate to say it. I think they might have all of their 24 wins have been by double digits.
They could have worded that better, though. It looked like it was saying that they had won 24 straight games.
That's one of the craziest stats I think I've ever heard. They're 24-7, and all of their 24 wins are by double digits. So you just got to get them in a close game.
Yeah, and they fold like a cheap suit.
Yeah, the way to look at that is Auburn is 0-7 in single-digit games. Well, I don't know. They probably lost a couple by double digits.
Probably not many, though.
Yeah, not many. I mean, their first two losses were by single. Third loss, yeah. Yeah, they lost to Florida by 16.
So basically,
they lost by 11. Just a bizarre year for the Auburn Tigers.
They either win by double digits or lose by double digits.
I'll tell you, Auburn's catching a fat L by the Pigs tomorrow, courtesy of the Pigs. Am I right, lads? Am I right?
That is buddy.
Yeah, Kingsley. By the way, since you had a business call, you might have missed it. Your boy Chandler Lawson was cooking early and then just missed a wide open dunk.
Yeah, that was a tough look.
May or may not have cost everything. But you were very close to being right on your Chandler Lawson breakout pick, so we appreciate that. Dream on.
That was our first Dream On commercial.
Man. What's Devin up to today? He watching the game?
Yeah, he's probably. I mean, I think he's probably watching it in his cubicle at Garver, but
he and Madison.
Yeah.
Gather around
and Brendan, because
Brendan works there too.
They've all worked in the same office. But what's going on? Oh, yeah.
Everybody go to Wendy's, get your $1 burger or $2 if you want to double.
I guess it might be if we end up having another Arkansas game at 2:30 tomorrow. That might be the move that we make.
I think it might be.
We got to just move down MLK on fast food restaurants one by one.
Kingsley says he did miss it, but Takasha did not. Love that. Ugh. Well, I hope Takasha saw Trevin hit those 2 threes.
Dude, it got really eerie outside. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
It's pouring rain, it looks like.
Yeah, no, it actually does look a little scary out there. No, to be honest. Yeah, go investigate the storm real quick.
Sure that we're not
For anyone that's in Fayetteville right now, are y'all seeing what it looks like outside?
Oh, it is pouring rain. The wind is blowing.
That's what you want to hear. It's raining sideways. Thanks. Yeah, Dalton Holyfield says it's pouring in Bentonville right now. Yeah, when I looked at the weather earlier and saw the little map, it was seemed like it was moving. Well, I'm the state of Arkansas here. it looked like it was going to be moving that way, so it might miss some of Fayetteville, but Bentonville, Rogers area is going to get massacred. Hopefully, everybody, take your shelter and all that. I mean, we are not, but looks a little scary out there, man.
Yeah, it's like, dude, the wind's blowing like crazy. See the leaves?
Yeah, I see them now.
Like it's okay. Now I can't see anything outside the windows. Like everything's like over here. You can't see downtown anymore.
Blue skies in Mahone Hill.
Dude, it's making noises against the windows now. This might be it. This might be it. We have no tornado warnings or anything, so there's that.
Yeah, that's a scary one.
That's a big storm. She was letting us know that tornadoes cannot form without a vortex. We're okay.
Yeah. That was a great Family Guy reference. I love that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hopefully, I'm glad you got it.
Yeah. It's bringing us sideways.
Thanks, Ollie.
Oh, man.
Kingsley got it too. Yeah, the rain's hitting our windows pretty heavily. Actually, I have to take a squeege real quick.
Ice Cold Mint Julep wants to know if we have a backup generator in this joint. I don't know.
Dude, man, I don't know. Like, how much do I know where the light switch is?
We lost the power that one day, so I think we don't. Because if we did, we would not have lost power.
That was a bad time. But weird time, too.
Yeah, Q says that 90% of all warnings are false alarms, and we hadn't even got a warning yet, so it is what it is. Yeah, it's been a wild weather journey for us here at Natty State Sports. So we launched on January 15th, which was like mid snowstorm. Like it was like literally driving to work that first day. It was tough. So it was like crazy storms that had everybody snowed in for a few days right when we launched. The weather was beautiful for a little bit for a stretch there. We were going to Loaf and Joe's, hanging out outside, and now here we are braving the tornado. So it's gonna be a hectic year. Probably gonna have a hurricane or two. I'm from the boot, so I've lived through some hurricanes. But yeah, I don't like this, man. Chill out, weather. God, why don't you chill out? It really does look like an apocalyptic wasteland out there. Like just starting to hear some rumblings.
Yeah, I feel like we're in Fallout right now, the video game Fallout.
Oh yeah,
one of my favorites, by the way.
I'm more of a Fallout Boy guy.
As in which
the
song?
Band.
Well, I know that,
Yeah.
but like, is there a certain song that's like you can go to then?
Sugar We're Going Down's a banger.
Yeah,
That's a classic. I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. Classic.
Thanks for the memories, or Thanks for the Memories, I guess.
Yeah, there's some good ones. Did you watch One Tree Hill, right?
No.
You didn't watch One Tree Hill?
I watched One Tree Hill.
You're the perfect age, Danny. Like Curtis watched every episode of One Tree Hill.
Was that the one that James Vanderbeek?
No, that was a different one.
Oh, that was Dawson's Creek. I'm thinking.
Yeah, that was not that one.
Okay, no, I don't.
One Tree Hill had like Chad Michael Murray. He's probably the most famous person from it. Forget the dude that played Nathan Scott's names. But Brooke Davis. She was smoking hot.
Was it like a teen drama or like what was it?
Yeah, it was very much teen drama. High school, coming of age type stuff. But then Fallout Boy is in the show, and one of the characters in One Tree Hill dates Pete from Fallout Boy.
Which one's Pete?
I think he's like maybe the bass player or something. But
okay, because I'm about to say the lead guitarist guy, Isla Fisher is married to, I believe. Know who she is?
No.
She's the redhead from Wedding Crashers.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she's married to the guitarist. I actually saw.
Our Rogan Dog says I Write Sins is Panic at the Disco. That is true. It's all the same. It's all the same thing.
I actually saw Fall Out Boy in concert.
Really?
Because they came to the Walmart shareholders meeting. No, I'm not kidding. It was back to back. Was them and Chris Brown pre Rihanna.
She want that Laffy Taffy.
That's not
That
Chris Brown.
kiss. Chris Brown?
Oh, okay, I thought you were about to sing that
No,
Laffy
not
Taffy
that one.
song. Yeah, no, yes, you're right. Yeah, he did Kiss, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that was like a weird.
Pre domestic violence.
That's right, yeah. And I remember Fall Out Boy, the guitarist, he gets on the mic and he's like, yeah, Pete Wentz, thank you.
Yeah, Pete Wentz is the guy.
He gets on the mic and goes, literally, he's like, yeah, so we have been ordered that we cannot cuss in front of y'all, so we're just going to play music and not talk. I'm like, awesome. Can you really not talk to the fans here unless you cuss, or is it just more of your like protest to it? It's really weird.
This dude says John Nabors going into meteorology. Listen, I only get into meteorology when I need to get into meteorology, which is when I feel like my life is on the line, which is where I'm at now.
Yeah. But I mean, again, it's like
you could have been a weather dude. I feel like you have weather guy vibes.
I don't know, man. It's like I don't. This is nothing against the fine meteorologists out there. Like,
About to throw some shots at Dan Scoff.
No, but it's just like I don't understand. Like I get it. Like your job, no one cares about the weather as much until it's situations like this. But then I feel like sometimes weathermen or women, like they really get crazy with it when the tornado and they're just sitting there. It's like you need to take shelter right now. This is like they get a little intense, a little over dramatic.
I mean, because what are you going to do? Okay, this is your moment to cook.
Yeah.
You got a large audience.
And then I guess you don't want to get sued in case like something happens and you get a better safe than sorry. I don't know.
I want to be a weather guy in a state that just has the most normal weather.
Like San Diego. Like, I feel like all it is sunny there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be sunny and there's gonna be a little bit of a breeze from the water.
Yep.
A little bit of wind in there, but yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good spot to do it.
But then you gotta be on the lookout for the earthquakes in California.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know what the perfect weather spot is.
Yeah, what's the perfect weather spot? I don't know.
Because any place you have 4 seasons, you're always going to have extra crazy weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, one person's asking to go into meteorology, and then Ty's asking and saying I'm a Walmart shareholder. So, no, I just knew a shareholder. That was the key.
I remember whenever I was when I was living up here in 2018, doing an internship at a fine institution in the news called Pig Trail Nation.
Oh yeah. Used to be Razorback Nation, but then they had
I interned there right after they became Pig Trail Nation.
Yeah.
But I remember Mason Ramsey was doing the Walmart shareholders meeting. You remember Mason Ramsey, the Yodel kid? I remember he was up here.
Dude, he had the best verse, I guess, whenever Old Town Road got remixed.
I love that one.
Dude,
yeah.
and now when he went on there,
Hold up, let me tell y'all something.
and he's like, yippee yo ki
I love
you
that.
ain't got no giddy up, then giddy out my way.
Boy, Wally Hall's getting after it.
Dude,
back
Wally
there.
Hall just put some chapstick on. He's ready to fire off something right here. Some fire tweets.
Doesn't Wally Hall like bring his wife to these things?
I don't know.
I feel like
Times I've hung out with Wally, he never had his wife.
he got his wife credentialed for the Outback Bowl. I remember people talking about that.
My favorite thing is seeing Wally get frustrated with Bob. That's a really funny thing.
Well, they're seated next to each other. How could one ever be frustrated with Bob Holt?
We love Bob. I never get frustrated with Bob, but I could also see how someone could sometimes.
Right. Yeah. I get frustrated about mid press conference sometimes. Like honestly, if we didn't work in the same field, me and Bob would be boys. But every now and then, just I don't know.
Trying to get out of here, Bob.
Shout out to Leslie has made an appearance. We missed you.
Stupid commentating because he thinks he's the presser of basketball. Yeah, I used
Three from South Carolina is no good.
I used to actually not mind Jimmy Dykes until the women's college basketball fiasco really changed a lot of things. Like I just look back on that. That had to be. I mean, Chad Morris was definitely like the worst hire in hindsight, but like hiring Jimmy Dykes to coach the women's basketball program and a guy who's never coached women's basketball ever in his life.
It's one of those like it has to work or else everyone gets fired.
Yeah, and that was a bad deal. Dude, this guy Burnham,
South Carolina up 5.
Yeah, that's that was something I'm like, I just he's gonna get his the entire time.
Shout out to David pulled up. One of our most
Wills Murray, that's his name.
Oh. I have to highlight this comment, John, just because I think it's funny. This guy says, have you guys stopped to think about the fact that there are Fog fans who have grown up hearing y'all? I hope y'all know. Y'all are the voice for many of us. Fun fact, I used to grow up listening to John Nabors.
Which is sad.
Isn't that quite sad? Look, this if you want a look into the future of like what you end up like if you grow up listening to John Nabors, this is it.
And then one day, if you listen to Andrew Ellis, he'll start his own media company and you can go work for him. And it'll call it that.
Caleb battle for 3.
No.
Felt like there was some contact there, Blue, but South Carolina's up 7. I got to be honest, they might just run these boys out of the. Yeah, we got a true football score right here, 42-35.
Now Brazil's back in at least.
Yeah.
Oh no! This is oh my goodness!
The BJ Mack versus Ellis.
This isn't even fair. Well, he didn't make the shot, but yeah, now South Carolina's up by 9.
Musk's just gonna keep that timeout in his pocket.
Yeah.
It carries over to the next year though, so that's good.
The timeout.
Yeah, you get to take them. I'm pretty sure
15 second chance points for.
They've had 4 right off the bat here.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Ellis, step back 3.
That was pretty.
This looks ugly. Ugly.
Yeah, I think South Carolina gets up by double digits. You got to take a timeout. Take a timeout.
How about that? When they get their 17th second chance point, I feel like that now it's time to take a.
That's terrible. That is a disgusting start to this half.
Yeah, that was tough.
Every single basket. So they scored 6 8 unanswered to start this half.
Yeah.
And 6 of those points were off of offensive rebounds.
Well, think about it. It was 36-35.
Yeah.
About to be half.
With 4 seconds to go. It was a 1-point game. Now it's an 11-point game.
Ellis should have just tried to pull the chair out from under him and taken a charge right there.
That's what I would have done.
Low key.
That's what I would have done.
That's what Jalen Williams would have done.
Dude, we're getting some lightning strikes. We're getting some sticks hitting the windows here. This is a wild time. Storm comes in. Arkansas starts playing poorly.
Yeah. I think that's really what it comes down to is that the guys on the floor are a little worried about us. And so they do, knowing that our lives are hanging in the balance here, and they truly are hanging in the balance. Just they lost their motivation. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever halftime speech Musk gave them yesterday that they talked about in the big players only meeting that happened, I think they had the opposite of that at halftime.
Yeah,
the other day.
they didn't. They didn't do too well in that. Well, I was kind of trying to think of I was hoping for 2 wins in SEC tournament.
Could have gotten this team above 500.
Yeah, because now if Arkansas loses this game, they have a losing season.
Yeah.
But if they won today, they're guaranteed to not have a losing season. So that's really what you're playing for. Megan Rudd says they watch the Color Express
Good one, Megan.
on TBS.
What's going on, guys? I don't have anything to say, but we're going to turn on this movie real quick. They rolled out the little big thing, like on movie day at school.
Yeah. The big TV and the rollers.
They had to roll it out there, yeah.
J.R. Shelton's letting everybody know that he doesn't think his daughter can handle being a South Carolina cheerleader yelling "Let's go Cox" all day.
Interesting.
Be tough look.
I think South Carolina really needs to lean into it and just beat Cox with everything. You know what I mean? Like
sometimes they do.
Yeah, see, El should have just fallen to the ground and pretended like he got elbowed in the face there.
Yeah, that's your best chance. You're not gonna guard him man on man.
Yeah, the crowd. Really nobody there. Don't see a ton of red either.
Zach says Ellis is not the answer. My man, any other guard could have been on that dude.
Dude, I'm not that bad, Zachary. I'm not that bad. I know Curtis and Scotty are cooler, but I'm not that bad.
You're not that guy. Not that guy.
Oh, man.
All right, let's see what the offense here that Arkansas responds with.
We got Mekhi Mitchell back in the game, so that's always a good sign.
It was a early foul, so.
It's going to need to be a game of runs if Arkansas is going to want to get back in this one. We shall see. A lot of blue back there. A lot of Kentucky folks. Oh,
Dude, no
strong
one-
drive from Ellis, but just not a
no
good
one
finish.
has looked better at driving and shooting, but missing than LL. It's like there's so much. Of that.
He's so good at getting to the rim,
Yeah.
and then just sometimes he doesn't know what he wants to do when he gets there.
Good.
Oh,
See that was there's
and then you had the exact opposite on the other end, where
like you can't do anything about that
tough
play.
possession, and then they just make a shot.
Yeah, like that was just the
Sheesh,
dude
man.
throwing it up.
Oh,
And a turn foul on.
is that going to be on Mackay or is it on?
Oh, they got on South Carolina.
Okay.
Little bail out there.
We'll take it. It looks a little bit better out there.
Yeah, I can actually see the courthouse.
Calm down.
I can see the courthouse.
Sheesh, man. I love how the dude that sends the emails for the tennis team
Mm-hmm.
puts number 45 Arkansas. Like, that's
Have
just not a
rankings
real
for the
thing.
45?
Yeah, I don't know how high the rankings go, but I've been noticing it'll be like number 46 Hogs hit the road for whatever. Oh,
Big
that
man.
was a very weird decision
Yeah,
to
I don't
pull
know
up
why
from
they. I
three
don't
in
know why you do
transition.
that. Like
Those
you're
are the
roasting
kinda-
Arkansas inside. Like there's no reason for you to do that. There you go, Mackay. Yeah, almost not got out. Take it.
The roll, the finger roll, the shooter's touch. Makai Mitchell's got it. Oh, they called an offensive foul.
Wow.
And
They
Makai
didn't
didn't even have to sell it.
No, because I think that's
Makai was going to foul him right back if they needed.
and BJ Max got 3 fouls. That's significant. Let's see.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I guess it was a good call.
Ugh. David, if you're going to turn off this game, at least go stream the Bombastic podcast, which is up now. Put it up about 40 minutes before this game started. Matter of fact, everyone that's listening to this, don't forget later tonight, as you're drowning your sorrows of the fall in basketball season, the number 1 team in the country is playing at Von Walker Stadium this weekend if a tornado doesn't wipe out the whole city. I didn't even think about that. Like, is there a chance that game gets in trouble tomorrow, Arkansas?
I don't think so. I think it's supposed to stop by then.
Supposed to chill out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not going to be raining tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be fun. Yeah, this is just a completely fake storm.
Yeah.
I don't want to make jokes in case something crazy
Yeah, I'd
happens.
say, 'cause
in
that's-
case, people,
People
whatever.
will freak out so easily in that stuff, which I mean, I get. But
Yeah. Daniel Shee! Yo, we got a Daniel Shee sighting in the chat.
do we ever? Can you put that in?
Hey, Daniel Shee, you better be feeling better, man. He's been sick the last few days. If you're still sick, Daniel, go to the damn doctor.
Bo's like, wait, you want us to turn this off and go watch your podcast? That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
No, don't turn this off right now. I was saying for David, who is over this basketball team, if you're turning it out, but you have to. But no, I think tonight, as you're drowning your sorrows, saying Arkansas loses, or if you're celebrating the comeback victory, what better way to celebrate a comeback victory than to listen to an hour-long podcast about a different sport?
That's what you got to do.
You have to do. Yeah, Q, we got some Instagrams and Twitters. I think,
do.
are they on that bottom line there? Our little ticker, does it have our Twitters?
Should.
Yeah, I think it's there. Jaylon says Arkansas game-winning layup. Has he come from the future? Do we have someone coming? Is that a report from the future, Jalen?
Dude, it could be actually.
Wow, 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 wow. All right, boys, let's find out if this team has some dog in it. Down 11. Still a lot of time left on the clock. Jalen Graham back in this game. Let's get him cooking. Oh. I feel like Caleb Battle has not gotten a shot attempt in the second half hardly.
I think he has, which is alarming to say the least.
Well,
until right now, with the
and it goes in, and he wanted a foul.
Didn't get that call.
No. David, I think you should come. I think you should come to either the Florida or LSU series. Make the drive, but also go ahead and go, or maybe go to Hoover. Hoover's not a bad time.
I hate Hoover.
But his options are either go to the Auburn series or the Alabama series, or come to Fayetteville for a series. I'm like, just come to Fayetteville and go to Hoover.
Let's go to Hoover.
He lives in Nashville, so
that makes sense. I can understand that. Offensive foul.
Oh wow, they're big on the offensive fouls this half.
Let's see where the offensive foul was. Oh, I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show this guy.
We've got conflicting reports from the future. We have Jalen saying game-winning layup for Arkansas, but we've got Memphis saying Arkansas 9-point loss, lots of missed free throws.
So what happens when you say Memphis 3 times? Is it like Beetlejuice?
Now he's got Ja Morant, who is in attendance at this game.
Is he really?
He is, according to Curtis and Scotty. Oh, that was a tough one right there from the Pigs.
South Carolina's just got too big a dude.
They're just large.
This one's feeling like a little.
We're approaching going out sad territory.
Yep. Fan Arkansas wouldn't get blown out, and they're flirting with it.
Yeah. This is not looking great. But it's a game of runs. If Arkansas can just hang around, they're down, I guess, it's still 13. So, quick little 5-0 run. Just got to hang around.
Hey, that's what they did yesterday, essentially. I mean, they were down by 15.
They were down by 15 at this point, yeah. Against a much worse team.
But that's not going to
throwing the ball out of bounds and stuff.
Yeah, that's not going to help you. In fact, that's going to be bad for the brand.
How about that Nike logo just being placed in a weird spot there on the back of the shirt? At first, I thought he had it on backwards. I was like,
hey, it's like some sort of like.
I'm so pissed off. I'm turning my shirt backwards until you guys play defense. Until y'all can get some rebounds. Jalen Graham
with a block on the big man.
Now he's running the break and about to turn it over.
But he didn't. He wanted to. He tried to.
Makai, the big passing. I feel like Makai and Graham, we have not seen them play together hardly at all this year.
I can't remember the last time. Graham can't come back another year, right?
I don't think so. I couldn't believe he came back for this year, honestly.
Yeah. That's a foul.
Yeah. I remember actually being with Scotty at Grubbs. Shouldn't be saying the names, but
that's fine.
I was with Scotty back before we were coworkers, just pals, and the Jalen Graham news broke, and he was like, "What the hell?"
That he came back, or that he was coming here?
He was that he was coming back for another year because Scotty was not prepared at all. Yeah, I thought he was definitely.
So it makes me wonder this year. We think these people are gone. Like maybe there's going to be some more surprises.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought Makai or Jalen would be on this team.
Nope.
Right.
You thought those twins were inseparable.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem here for you, David, is that Auburn and Alabama baseball, just not great parks, worth going any amount of drive for. Last year, I don't know if you went to the Vandy series. At least Vandy is a cool baseball program. You're in Nashville, that's cool. But I think you just gotta pull up in Fayetteville, man. Fayetteville's the spot to be. The road schedule kind of sucks for Arkansas baseball this year.
Yeah, we go to South Carolina, right?
Yeah, you go to South Carolina. You go to Kentucky, to Auburn, to Alabama, and to A&M. A&M will be kind of fun.
A&M will be a good one, but yeah.
That's going to be a dangerous series. Arkansas still just down 10.
They're not going away.
They're not dead yet. That's right, Trey. Go Stros.
And they got to get it within single. If they can get to single digits, if they're down 10, I'll say it's 9 or less points by the 8-minute mark.
Got a chance to cut it to single digits.
Single digits.
Uh-oh. Mekhi Mitchell running the break.
Probably not going to be a good thing to happen.
Yeesh, man. Yeah, Ty, I would say South Carolina is substantially more physical.
Mm-hmm.
Probably understand.
Why did that guy not keep
Jaden
driving?
Hazelwood for 3.
Why did he not keep driving? He had the basket.
Mekhi was literally looking at something else. I don't know what he was looking at, but it was not the ball or the defender. Devo's back in there.
He must have saw John Morant there. Maybe he's looking at Ja.
That's John Morant. Why does he have a gun? How did he get that gun in there?
Yeah. Didn't you get in trouble for this before?
Oh,
That's a long 2, way off of Devo.
that is a pass to Devo. Arkansas is within single digits.
Don't call it a comeback.
Wow, Steven Spears says he was delayed by 15 minutes. That's pretty funny.
Sorry, you got to always make sure you're watching it live, you know. Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh, he
my
missed 2
gosh.
bunnies. And he fouled him.
Okay, Arkansas has to win after that. Dude, he had 2 wide open looks at it.
Ooh, I like this one. Trey says if Arkansas wins the SEC tournament, John has to wear those Devo socks all summer long.
Which socks are they?
I haven't seen them. I'm assuming they're the ones pulled up way high. I'll gladly join you in.
All right, yeah.
I'll wear high socks
Yeah, because if we win this, Miss Lisa's coming on
tomorrow.
Yeah, since we're not doing a
Loaded show tomorrow.
Yeah, loaded show tomorrow with Peyton Stovall. Because we're having to record Peyton Stovall. Maybe. We'll see. But either way, we're playing it by ear. But if Arkansas wins the SEC tournament, I told her she could host my show.
Yeah.
And then I got to wear socks, apparently, too. So, yeah, just throw in all the things that you want me to do, apparently, if Arkansas wins the SEC tournament.
Also, Memphis. Don't backtrack now talking about if anyone's going to bring it back, it'll be Devo. Hey, you declared a 9-point loss from the future. I mean, what are we doing here? Our boy Jalen didn't backtrack on his. But we'll see. Bow, 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 bow. So, yeah, 8-point game, 11:15 left. Plenty of time.
Yep.
Plenty of time. Let's take a trip through our favorite place called the box score. You know why Arkansas has a chance to win this game is because South Carolina is shooting a crisp 8% from 3.
1 for 12, yeah.
Not to be confused with them making 8 threes. They are 8%, 1 for 12. Rebound, 26-20 in favor of South Carolina. Honestly feels lower than I would thought.
But it's I guess it's the offensive rebounds. Probably it's the biggest difference.
10-2 there, yeah. That's tough.
But then also too, like Arkansas shooting 51% compared to South Carolina's 46%. But the key right here, 4 free throws for Arkansas.
And normally
They're 100%. Usually they're getting to what? They're like second in the NCAA, I think, in free throws made per game.
Caleb Battle, he's 3 for 3. We got to get that one up.
Yeah, you got to get to the foul line, man.
13 of 14 yesterday.
That's Arkansas' success. I mean, that's how they beat Vanderbilt yesterday, is getting to the foul line. Well,
Tremont Mark is just 1 for 4 with 0 free throw attempts. Does have 3 assists, but I feel like Mark and Battle, it's time for a little explosion. Battle in particular, like I'd like to see Battle take a good bit of shots here, and that's coming from someone who didn't even have his over for points, unfortunately.
Natty State Sports pick up basketball versus the worst 5 players on the Arkansas men's basketball team. What's the score? Like, we still get wrecked.
Yeah, I think Lawson Blake, we don't have an answer for him.
Why are we talking to Dawn Staley right now? Why is she there? Don't tell me she's supporting South Carolina men's basketball, because no one does that.
Yeah.
I guess when you're like undefeated and you know they're going to win the national championship, you don't have to really get ready for the NCAA.
Yeah, you just kind of take a trip and go see your boys play. It is what it is.
Well, hopefully no fights break out in today's game, like it did getting with South Carolina LSU women.
So, Dawn, what you think? What you think about this whole cock team y'all got? Jalen Graham.
Nice move, couldn't finish. Please. I hate when they do this stuff. I hate when they ever interview people and you cut the screen out like this.
Yeah, I love a good 3-quarter screen with
Yeah.
Dawn Staley filling up the other quarter.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants to see in this game.
Ah, she's got a nice little bead necklace that says Dawn, you see? Like
Hey,
a
it's
little.
Isn't that a little redundant? Like, imagine if you wore a necklace that said Andrew on it. I feel like
Yeah.
it'd be a pretty redundant.
It's like wearing a name tag.
Yeah.
Ah. Todd just fried her. Yawn Staley. This video is boring as hell.
Yeah, Staley.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
Return of Club Dub at Natty State.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
South Carolina sucks at free throws. Like, lane violation, please
Oh,
say yes.
no.
Yep, on Mekhi Mitchell, they say lane violation.
Who was not even the one that got the rebound there. It would have been Caleb Battle, uncontested, getting that rebound. That's a tough one. Arkansas's had like 3 or 4 lane violations this
more than
year.
that.
And this one's going to be a costly one. I lied. They missed them both.
They're terrible at free throw. Please get Dawn. Listen, I'm okay, great. She's a great coach, but like, we don't need a 5-minute interview.
Yeah, it's a lengthy one.
Jeez. Oh, Battle.
A little pass to himself. He's about to assist on his own basket there.
Brazil.
Trevor Brazil.
No. Graham skying for the rebound and stick back.
Arkansas is now getting the second chance points.
6-point lead.
The fact that South Carolina wasn't able to go up by like 20.
They can't make free throws, man.
Arkansas got some help from Vandy yesterday. They're
Yep.
getting some help from the Cox today.
Sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need the Cox to help you out.
If you can't get to the finish line yourself, you know, no, I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
I was about to say, I'm going to cover my mouth on that.
They'll help you finish.
Why is South Carolina taking threes when they've been working inside the entire game? And they're
trying to get into double-digit percentage. They're trying to get to double-digit percent. Goodness. Uh-oh. Sheesh. Yeah, Jalen Graham, what a nice return to action.
Hey, look at this play. He skies for the rebound.
For those that missed it, it's been exactly 1 month since Jalen Graham appeared in a game for Arkansas.
Steven
Beautiful
Spears says
touch.
NSYNC
Beautiful.
is back. What does that mean?
Steve, he's the one that's behind 15 minutes, so he's just now catching up. He's at the Backstreet Boys section.
Ah, gotcha.
He'll get there eventually.
Diva almost traveled.
Instead, dumps to Mekhi, who leaves it short.
If that was Jalen Graham,
Yeah, I
we
guess
made
well,
that one.
that rim ain't even getting touched if it's Jalen Graham. Yeah, so
Dude,
we're going
over 5 in the last 5 minutes. And
This is the time. This is the window right here. Another 3 for South Carolina, and this one goes in. Their first field goal in 5 minutes is a BJ Mack 3. He had a few of those against Arkansas, or a couple of those against Arkansas last time.
see if Arkansas can respond.
I thought Mekhi was going to pull that one.
Good pass. Good pass.
Thought there was some contact,
Yeah.
but good finish from Battle. Again, Arkansas's not dead. Still not quite dead, though they are now down 9.
Their defense has been dead for a while, but how many does Murray Boyles have now?
He's calmed down a good bit, but he's got 20.
He's calmed down a bit, but he's still
A 20 on a 9 of 12 from the field. Has not even taken a 3.
Jeez. Yeah, Brazil did not jump to the right guy. But either way, too, it's also like South Carolina's literally been what? Now 2 of 16 from 3 or whatever. So it's not like they've been just killing it. Dude, he's just killing it.
Make that 22 for the lad.
Yeah, so now it's down by 11 points.
So they're getting close to dead now.
Yeah, they are.
There's gonna be a quick spurt. Arkansas's got to just make some threes, honestly.
That'd help.
Hey,
I don't know if you want to take on, yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead and throw it back court. It's all good. Yeah, I don't know, man. They might be cooked.
We are
They
7
might
minutes
be
and 38 seconds away from the possible end of Razorback basketball this season at the hands of the Gamecocks. Imagine me telling you before the season started that the team that was going to put Arkansas in their season was going to be South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, it would have been a crazy one.
It would have been wild.
South Carolina on their way to earning like whatever they are, like a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, isn't that wild, man? Like, again, I remember being at SEC Media Days with me and Curtis and Scotty and Bob and hearing Lamont Paris talk about getting picked last and all that. And we laughed so hard because we're like, dude, yeah, like, what do you expect? You guys are terrible.
Yeah, relax.
And then, lo and behold, he shut everybody up. Give him credit.
Yeah. I mean, he's been by far the best coach in the SEC this year.
100%.
Like, it ain't even close. The guy at LSU did an all right job.
But nobody,
But
like,
yeah, I mean,
to go
Paris.
from being picked 14th to finishing 12th, or not 12th, 6th, right?
Fifth, I think they fifth. And they were, like I said, they were tied with all those teams for second, really. It's
Didn't
like
South Carolina finish last year, too? Like, they finished last year.
I'm pretty sure. They were definitely down there. It's either them or LSU.
Yeah.
They were definitely a Wednesday night sadness
Don't
participant.
forget, last year, Vanderbilt finished fifth. in the SEC,
Not horrible, yeah.
And Missouri finished fourth.
Yeah.
Missouri had a double bye in SEC play last year.
And then to winless. So yeah, looking at this is this year. Shoot. Not that. Bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow.
Also, like, I saw there were some people yesterday that were like members of the media or Arkansas. I forgot who it was, but they were saying like there was even fans, a bunch of media members yesterday who counted the Hogs out early in the game against Vanderbilt. And I was like, you mean when they were down 15 points and looked like a complete and total inept basketball team? People were counting them out? Yeah, I would reckon so.
I'm counting them out right now. That if they come back and win, cool. But yeah, I'm counting them out.
They, if you look like trash, it's really hard to.
So South Carolina finished 12th in the SEC. They won as many as 4 games last year. Ole Miss 3-15, LSU 2-16. Yeah, Missouri. Hold on.
I didn't see it. Did you see it? Remember what we talked about injuries and stuff in football practice earlier?
Yeah.
Did you see what they did? Straight up posted the video.
Oh, dude, they're gonna get in trouble.
Dude, that's bad.
Luckily Kyle's in Nashville.
Dude, that's bad.
When Kyle gets back in town, they're gonna be in trouble.
That's bad.
That is.
I can't believe they did that, dude. I can't believe that.
I saw someone in the chat say the video, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
and I kept thinking, I was like, well, maybe they saw some like our video talking about it, maybe or
Dude.
something.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, dude, like no, they straight up show the injury.
Hey, we got a Cam Newton jersey back there.
They showed it. Oh my gosh, that's bad. There's Wallace Hall. What look like his lumberjack flannel?
He must have kicked Bob away from him. You know, Texas A&M went 15-3 in conference play last year.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like last year's SEC is not this year's SEC.
No, man, just complete night and day different. Even Bama, 16-2 to 13-5, like, and it feels like they took a bigger step back than that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know.
Quad 1 wins.
I just don't know how you can. I gotta go look at Lenardi's latest field. I don't know how A&M makes the tournament, bro.
Because I guess they said they had five Quad 1 wins. I know they beat Kentucky.
Yeah, and I mean, non-conference, they might have had a couple decent ones. Yeah, Lenardi currently has A&M as his first team out.
Listen, I love Lenardi, but he's also not the know-all in. Like, that's just,
Yeah.
You never know.
So, I mean, yeah, A&M's got a huge game tonight against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Tonight against Ole Miss, phew, they cannot afford to lose that one.
Mm-mm.
Would be a real shame.
I wouldn't be too upset by it.
I wouldn't be upset about it at all.
So, yeah, A&M, they're in SEC play. They beat Kentucky, good win. Beat Florida, good win. Beat Tennessee, good win.
They beat Tennessee? When they beat Tennessee?
They beat them at home 85-69. Beat them badly.
Goodness gracious.
But then they lost 5
and they got
straight.
swept by Arkansas, got beat by Vanderbilt.
They lost 5 straight games. Then they ended this regular season winning 3. They beat Georgia, Mississippi State. And how about this? They beat Ole Miss to end the regular season. I have to play them first in the SEC tournament.
Heartbroken Hog says, breaking news, the expansion to the 14-team playoff is official for 2026. Is that real?
I hadn't seen anything. I mean, I haven't been checking Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that I'm saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen it. What do you mean? I thought it already had been approved. Like, what does that mean? Like, I guess
I thought it had been, yeah.
Oh, Musk got a tech.
Yeah. Arkansas's record in games that Musk gets a tech
Is not good.
No, he either gets the tech when they're up 30 against someone bad, or it's just like this, where it's like once he gets the tech, that's when you could tell he's mailing it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, multiple people are now confirming that it's. We're getting confirmed by sources.
It's all over. I follow a bunch of college football people, and I just scrolled through the last 5 minutes and did not see something.
Who would be the one? Like, I'm trying to think of
Brandon Marcello. Like, I have notifications turned on for Brandon Marcello, and I have not seen anything.
Yeah, hold on. College football. Okay, yeah. 33 minutes ago, On 3 had it. The 14-team playoff expected to be formalized in the next 24 hours.
So it's not. They expect to formalize it in the next 24 hours.
It's okay. We'll know more in the next 24 hours of like what the details and all that are going to be.
So
I hope it involves home playoff games.
Dude, that's number one.
That has to be a thing. The first round needs to be, even if you give the top 4 teams a bye or whatever,
yeah,
have it where you're having 14 play 5 and 13 play or whatever.
Yeah,
that would be sick. Yeah.
So yeah, do that. But yeah, I mean, I do like automatic qualifying idea. Graham free throw, we know. I love automatic qualifiers because there's something special about it's like that in every sport. It's like, oh my goodness,
Winning.
There's Boss Hog.
Oh.
Turn that into a GIF.
He's been in some good games.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
But no, I mean, dude,
automatic qualifiers are great because it's like no matter what, you know that, hey, if I win my conference, I have a chance to play for the championship. That's what they do in these tournaments here in basketball. NFL, you win the division, you're automatically in the playoffs. So
also, Q, to answer your question, Arkansas would have made the playoffs twice under Bobby Petrino.
Yep.
In both of the 2010 and 2011, they would have been in the playoffs. So it's like, yeah, I mean, obviously winning a national title is still a very much an uphill battle, but.
And once under Houston Nutt, they would have made it, I think.
Yeah, 2006.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2002.
No, 2002.
No, they were
losses.
Yeah, were they like
the only reason they went to the SEC championship that year is because Bama was on probation.
It was like an 8-4.
Yeah, it was like
8-3 is what it was. I guess. Oh, okay. South Carolina is now routing those boys. Bum 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 bum.
It's bad. I don't even remember the last time Battle scored a point.
To be fair, Hayden, we've put Arkansas on blowout treatment a little bit. I don't think this team is coming back. I think Musk getting that tech was the official.
16 points, 16 points with 6.5 minutes to go does not make me feel confident.
Yeah.
South Carolina might be the worst free throw shooting team I've ever seen.
They've had some ugly ones.
Like what are they shooting from free throw line? 12 of 18. It seems like it's a lot worse than that.
Yeah, those have been an aggressive 6. Jalen Graham off the glass.
Is Jalen in double digits now?
He's at 11, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Welcome back, Jalen Graham. This is his final game as a college athlete, so.
I don't think this will be the last game Eric Musselman coaches at Arkansas.
No.
I'd put the odds at like minus 130.
Minus 130.
Like a slight favorite to return.
Slight favorite, but makes you think about
But yeah, there's probably some value on the money line on the other side. It's like
I started thinking about with the storms and everything. I don't know if old Stovey's going to want to come in here and do an interview when the storms are rolling through.
Has he texted you? Have you talked to him?
He has not texted me yet, so I'm waiting. I'm not going to text him first because that may give him the out. But if he comes in, he's a warrior. Like he battled the storms.
He's a warrior.
He's a warrior.
Really?
Yeah.
Let Jalen Graham take the ball up.
24 points for Colin Murray Boyles.
Yeah, no, it looks like this is it.
Yep.
Yeah, and shout out to Daniel Shee reporting that Georgetown was 4 of 21 at the line yesterday. I did see that. That's hard to do at any level of basketball, honestly. Like, I feel like there's junior high teams that would make more than 4 of 21.
I would think.
Mekhi Mitchell ain't hear no damn bell. Mekhi with 15 points on 7-11. It's real deceiving.
Is he really 7 of 11?
Oh, yeah, he's always open.
Jeez.
South Carolina going some stall ball. And Arkansas is going to let them score a little bit.
Here's the thing that, like, is so dumb about South Carolina. Like, this game, they should have been blowing out Arkansas much earlier.
Yeah.
But they kept shooting threes. And I'm like, you guys are getting anything you want underneath. Just keep shooting.
Every now and then they get lucky and rebound their own miss.
Yeah.
Which they did a good bit.
This is about to be a 20-point skunk.
Yeah, this ain't looking great. Not looking great. Mekhi Mitchell. Arkansas is now down 20 with 3:56 left. And they took a timeout.
Well, season's almost over. We're almost there, folks. Just hang
The finish
tight.
line is there.
Hang tight. And just think, you don't have to hear Jimmy Dykes ever again.
No.
Well, at least not till next season.
This is a season that just it's a very forgettable season. I think I see Zachary asking if there's like a chemistry issue to blame. I just think it was a bad team, man. I think it was a bad team that didn't gel together. You could ask why. I don't know. We're not with these dudes every day. I think Muss has to take a good bit of blame. But I don't know, man. I just feel like it was one of those things where Arkansas had such a formula of sucking in non-conference, Muss kind of like breaking the team down before he could build them back up. And I think it kind of backfired this year because they never really they were, we saw this team play with confidence here and there. And you see like Caleb Battle going for however 40 against Missouri. You see like the makings of a team that could be good, but we just never got that best case scenario. And I don't know, man. I think you could kind of take your pick and just blame whoever you want to blame. I mean, obviously Muss is the head of this program, so it falls on him a lot. I think the loss of Gus Arginal helped a little bit. I think the pieces of the team not really working together helped. I think the personalities not going together helped. I think it was all of the above. I don't think it's like there's just this one issue that plagued this team. I think it was just a disaster kind of from the start. Well, and they played better down the stretch, but
and also, folks, I'm not making a huge defense for Muss because, like you said, it falls at his feet too. But you can't hate on Muss for doing great, because he's done. Nothing's different about this team as far as assembling it and the way he assembled it compared to other years.
Yeah,
it's just every single time the personalities clicked and worked out, and it glued in. This year, it just never did. It just never did. Because every year, he's like everyone's like, oh, portal stuff. Like every year he's brought in transfers.
Right.
Every year he's gotten freshmen.
I know. People saying that, it's like that's always been a thing. I'll tell you one thing, that we really don't talk about a ton, is that this team was being built with Grant Nelson in mind, and he snubbed him.
Yep.
This team was being built with Ron Holland in mind, and he snubbed them. I'm not saying those two guys make this team a national championship contender, but it's like, I think that was a big deal. I mean, Denijay Harris ended up being on this team when he was not supposed to be.
Yeah, like Denijay Harris and Chandler Lawson.
Right, both of them
those
were
guys were supposed to be Chandler, or supposed to be Grant Nelson and Ron Holland. Imagine.
Yeah, they didn't tell Barry Dunning to pack his bags so they could bring in Denijay. I'm just telling you that right now.
None at all.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not having Keon Minifield for a period of time hurt them a little bit, but it's just it was there's just so many there's too many things you could blame it on, honestly, and it's
not just like you said, it's not just like one glaring major issue, like this is bad, like this one thing is bad. It's all
a disaster, man, and that kind of thing happens sometimes. Whereas it works that way in your favor some years where you see early in the year that Stanley Umude Audie's Tourney team, we were like, this team gonna figure it out. Then all of a sudden they found it together, and they end up being having that nice relationship where everyone plays off of each other. But if Stanley Amude doesn't turn things around, if JD Note doesn't ascend to his job as like the lead scorer there, if Jalen Williams doesn't take a massive jump, that team looks a lot different. It just they didn't get those breaks. They didn't get those positive variables to work in their favor this year. It just is what it is. And also, I think that like this team is talented, but they're not talented enough to not care.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, oh yeah, the talent's there, the talent's there. To an extent, sure, but it's like there's not really NBA guys on this roster. So it's like last year's team could kind of had that. This dude just straight up step back court. Last year's team had 3 or 4 NBA dudes on, 4 NBA guys on it. So they could kind of afford to come and go as they pleased and figure it out a little bit. This team didn't have that much talent, and they didn't care that much. It was just a tough combo. And
well, even throwing like, assuming Muss comes back next year and he's at Arkansas, like, would you be surprised at all if they got back to the way that they were supposed to be and got back to a team that was making a run in the NCAA tournament again? No, not at all. I would not be shocked at all. But it's just, that's, again, like, crap happens. Like, it's just bad year.
I mean, look,
Dave Van Horn had a horrible year in 2016.
Horrible year, yeah.
Does that make him a bad coach?
100%. And you just think about like preseason. Like, I'll just pull up the roster right now. I mean, we were obviously looking at this team. I mean, I can just pull it up here, I guess. Yeah. Like Caleb Battle, we're now starting to see what he could be, but you got not what you expected out of Caleb Battle for a full year. Trevin Brazil, obviously you didn't get what you expected out of him for a full year. Devo, obvious. Tremont Mark's the one guy you could say you got what you were hoping.
Ellis was a big one you did not get.
Ellis, you didn't get what you were expecting. Jeremiah Davenport, you definitely didn't get what you were expecting. So it's like, and it's not like none of us saw this coming. We all thought all those pieces I just listed out would be more effective. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And that's where, like, Muss has to take some blame here. But like you and others have said, it's like Muss has proven that he can win at a high level at just about every situation possible. It just didn't happen this year.
Yeah.
And, it sucks, but what are you going to do?
Yep. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
They are going out sad, though.
I know. I'm not going to get my money by betting 6.5. South Carolina easily covered the spread.
Does not look like Arkansas will be covering today. BJ Mack went for 19 after having 18 in that first matchup. Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
Yep.
Hey, but credit to South Carolina because they're the flip side. They're the inverse of Arkansas.
Yes,
where
they are.
You look at all their pieces, and going into the year, nobody really expected anything out of Murray Boyles or even BJ Mack, but Michi Johnson was supposed to be like their big star, and he's like their 4th best player, Like they've had just pieces step up and outperform their expectations, and that doesn't mean that Lamont Paris is a great coach and Muss is a bad one. It's just kind of it worked out that way this year.
Again, I know it's like nobody wants to hear it, but Calipari's had a bad year. Great coaches have bad years sometimes. It's just unfortunate because this is. Like, if you're telling me that Muss has been here 5, if I told you that Muss was going to be here for his first 5 years, he was going to get 20 wins his first year, but have a season canceled due to a pandemic.
Yeah.
Go to 3 straight Sweet 16s and 2 Elite 8s, and then in his 5th year, have a bad season where they miss out on the tournament. Is anyone saying, well, they better fire him, they better move on, this is a problem? Like, no. Nobody's doing that stuff.
Well, and it's just tough because it's like, from afar, us sitting here now looking in hindsight can be like, hey, Eric Musselman, you should have done everything completely differently. But how are you going to tell him that whenever he's had so much success doing it his way and being the certain type of guy he is? And he's a very unique coach who I would imagine is not easy to play for. But the best teams that he's had have kind of learned to adapt his DNA and kind of fit the vision that he has. And this team, there was just a very clear disconnect. And I don't know if he mailed it in with those suckers after this. Who knows? But I think it's tough, because preseason, this team looked like it had the makings to be one of the better ones that they had.
And I don't care what anybody says. Like, it wasn't just the Homer fanboy Arkansas media that was saying that. Like, there was a reason why they were a top 10 team.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Fox Sports said they were going to be they were going to win the national championship. Fox Sports, those boys, John Fanta said they were going to win the national championship. So it wasn't like just a bunch of, Homer media.
I remember saying preseason they were ranked 14th to start the year, and I remember saying that's the most accurate ranking I've ever seen. Because every year we're always like they're overrated, underrated, whatever. I thought 14 was like exactly right going into the season. And yeah.
By the way, that's the guy who's asking what Muss's overall record is at Arkansas. After this game, he will officially be 111-59 at Arkansas.
So do with that what you want.
Yep, that's a 65% winning percentage. And now it's tough. 47-42 in SEC play though.
Yeah,
It's tough.
and that's really heavily by the last 2 years. I mean, 8-10, 6-12.
Yep.
It's tough.
He went 7-11 his first year.
The line between being good and being bad is just a lot thinner than we realize. Like, I mean, LSU, who sucks, like actually sucks, had a winning season
9-9.
technically. Yeah, went 9-9 in the SEC. Sometimes it just takes being on the same page.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And just being equipped to catch teams napping and show up when you need to show up. And this Arkansas team, it just didn't happen. But I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of questions for this program to answer this offseason. And we'll see how it goes with them in the transfer portal. But we'll see what Muss has to say about his future, about the program and the direction and all that. But I think we'd be fooling ourselves if it's not as bad as it seems now, and it's not as good as it seemed 2 years ago.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like the real answer is somewhere in between there. And we'll see how this team and this program responds.
Yeah. But it's like, I hate to keep bringing up examples of it, but it's like, hey, Nolan Richardson had bad seasons. Like even in the middle of their great run, I think it was at the year after they lost in the national title game to UCLA. I think they maybe went to the NIT, or maybe it was the next year. I can't remember. Is in 90s. I don't know. I'd look it up. But still, the point is that even during your prime and during your run, during your greatness, you're going to have a down year every so often. And this was just a very frustrating year. Like that's what makes it worse. I think it's like it's a bad year, but also frustrating because you saw like moments of good basketball and you saw moments of, but then you saw blowout city like this game.
Yeah.
So
also, I wouldn't be lumping last year's 8-10 SEC. I see some people doing that where they're like, "Oh, well, last year they sucked and this year they sucked."
Last year was
very, very different situations when you had Trevor Brazile and Nick Smith out for an extended period of time, Anthony Black playing banged up, and it being a team with a bunch of freshmen.
Yeah,
just night and day situations. I get it. Last year's regular season was frustrating, but that team figured it out and played well down the stretch and went to the Sweet 16. So it's like, that's kind of why you're giving them this pass this year, where it's like, hey, this sucked. Don't do that again. Figure it out.
Yeah, because also, too, throwing that in, like last year, I'd have to go back and look at the exact schedule. But last year, I don't believe in because they lost 10 games in conference play, right?
Yeah.
I don't think of those 10 games, maybe other than maybe 2 or 3 were blowout city.
Yeah.
Like
the only one that was tough was like that at Vandy when they ended up, they were up by like double digits and then lost by double digits. But yeah, they weren't getting blown out consistently.
And because now when they lost at home to Bama, because that was when it was really going bad last year to Brandon Miller and all of them.
Yeah,
like,
that wasn't even a blowout. That was a competitive game.
Yeah, it was until Brandon Miller literally like hit.
But last year's team cared, man. Like last year's team at least was on the same page and had their ups and downs, but they came together and were a good basketball team by the end of it.
Because look at these, like, just from last year. So you lost bad loss to start the year at LSU.
Yeah,
bad loss, but you lost by 3. Now you went on the road to Auburn, lost by 13. But it was probably one of those games that was, and then Bama, the one we just mentioned, then Vanderbilt, that was a tough one.
Again, that was their stretch there early.
Yep, and then you lost to Missouri on the road, which that was
they got screwed by the refs.
Yes, that was really bad. You lost by 3.
So what are you 1-5 in SEC play right there?
Yeah, and then you lost to Baylor by 3 on the road in Waco. I know it's not conference,
we were
but
there
you lost that. Yep, you lost to Mississippi State at home. That was a tough one by 6. But then you lost at A&M by 6. You lost at Alabama by 3. At Tennessee by 10. Kentucky at home, you lost by 10. So what I'm saying is like, wasn't great, but you still were competitive. You still were like giving it your all. You still were making. You didn't feel like you were a terrible basketball team. You just felt like you lost 2 of your best offensive players, and you were just scraping by.
Yeah. I mean, look, and like we're not saying y'all shouldn't be concerned. Like there's a lot of questions for this team and program to answer this offseason, and I'll be interested to see what Muss has to say and just kind of the overall vibe of what happens. But yeah, I just don't think this year is just a brutal year, but I think it's very separate than last year. And even their struggles in years past. And I think this is a little bit of a wake-up call for Eric Musselman of like, okay, I have to switch up a little bit of the formula of how I do things. I mean, the landscape of college basketball has changed drastically over the last 5 years. But yeah, I'm gonna give him a slight benefit of the doubt. You don't have to. Y'all can try and run him out of town if y'all want, but
Hey,
do what y'all gotta do.
if you're telling me Razorback basketball is arguably the team that goes into the NCAA tournament the furthest into the NCAA tournament of any SEC team 4 out of the 5 years, then it's like,
See, but like this comment is weird to me. He says, "In no universe should South Carolina be better than us in basketball." Yet here we are. So what are you basing it off this year? Yeah, they got a better basketball team than Arkansas this year. But as a program, it's not like South Carolina's been like better than Arkansas during the stretch. Like, yeah there's going to be years where Arkansas has a down year and South Carolina has an up year. But it's not like, I wouldn't say. I mean, look, if they come back and run it back and do this again next year, Lamont Paris is SEC Coach of the Year back-to-back years. We'll see, but like we were saying, it's like it's never as good as it seems in your good years, and it's never as bad as it seems in your down years.
Yeah.
And so, this is definitely a moment for the program to have to regroup and figure out what they're going to do, and we'll see. Maybe Musk just bails, and if he does, it is what it is.
I'll have to have some options there.
I think we don't have to hit the panic button just because they lost in the SEC tournament whenever we thought they were going to lose. Eventually.
Yeah, and South Carolina. I know they finished, I guess, 5th technically in the SEC, but we mentioned the SEC records that they had tied with Kentucky. Like, do you think Kentucky's like, man, no way South Carolina should be better than us right now? Like, but it's you can't base it in the 1 year and live in the moment, man. It's nobody out there who has any knowledge worth their salt are saying, man, South Carolina's a better program than Arkansas basketball.
Right.
Like, nobody's saying that.
I mean, think about all the teams that make runs in the NCAA tournament. That's like being like, man, no years. There should never be a year that George Mason has a better year than Duke.
Yeah,
George Mason went to the Final Four that 1 year, VCU or whoever it is. It's like, I get we have to live and die with every moment, but let's relax a little bit.
Right.
Like, were y'all really expecting this team to go on a run here? Like, I mean, like it's weird that this is coming out now. Where it's like,
it's not like they just said, "Oops, surprise!
Yeah.
We're not a good basketball team." No, it's not that at all. It's just. This season was on life support pretty much the entire time. It was just a matter of sometimes you had some good days where it looked good, sometimes you had bad days. So
for everyone yelling at Ellis,
don't even acknowledge them.
Y'all will never see Ellis play another game at Arkansas. So I got that problem fixed for you.
They just love coming in after the games and just even if Ellis had a great game, they just love doing it because they're dumb. People are dumb.
Y'all should be yelling at Andrew Ellis is who y'all should be yelling at.
Yeah, and everyone's asking, why didn't you play Blocker? What would a Blocker have done in this game, folks? Like, really, what would have Layden, and I like Layden Blocker, but, like, everyone that's clamoring for Layden Blocker and thinking that,
they also clamor for Joseph Pinion.
Yeah, like.
And I like Blocker more than I like Pinion, but, like, relax.
Yeah, and I'm like, you guys, I know that we can have criticisms, but, like, you really think that they're not playing Layden Blocker because he's too good at basketball?
Yeah, I think that is actually.
I mean, do you think Musk like, you know what, we're just too good. I need to sit you. I don't want you're making everybody else look bad. Like there's reasons. Why.
It could be the fact that he doesn't really have a defined skill set at this stage of his career. It could be. And look, Blade Blocker plays hard. He gives a lot of effort. But like, I think we have watched a very different Layden Blocker. If y'all think he was like the answer to this situation, and we watched a very different Joseph Pinion. If y'all think Joseph Pinion's about to help this team in any way, shape, or form.
And David, you saying Pinion can shoot? Can he though? Like, I mean,
he shot like 25% from 3 this year.
Yeah, like, again, I know that it's always about when you lose, it's always about the other guys on the bench, but
this is not the team to do that with. No. This is just a disaster of a team.
It's a bad basketball team.
Whatever combination of lineup y'all want, y'all saw it at some point and it stunk.
It's like
can tell you, like
it's like you guys went from Darian Ford last year because everyone wanted Darian Ford.
They still, I see people still to this day who saw what KK did at UALR and they're like, KK, huh? KK?
Yeah. What did KK do at A&M?
Absolute morons, man.
Like it's just that's what's just like gets me so frustrated is when it's like people just keep bringing up crap that does not matter.
Yeah, and like, look, dude, it's not like this coaching staff or even this team is like devoid of criticism. Like you can criticize them all you want. There's plenty of things that they have wrong, but like acting like it's that simple and it's like, oh, you should have just played the 9th man on the team or the 12th man on the team. No. Yeah, now they ain't going to no damn NIT. And y'all shouldn't want them to go to the NIT directly.
No, like if I'm Musk, and again, this is assuming Musk stays at Arkansas. If I'm Musk, I'm like walking into the locker room and saying, guys, appreciate the season. y'all are gone. I'm going into the portal, and I am replacing all of you. And you know how they do that? They get on top of it right now. The whole kind of like baseball does with LSU when they got into the portal earlier than everybody else because their season ended early, and they spilled the
Muss
team.
is about to go nuts in the portal.
It's gonna be wild.
No, I mean they've already been contacting some dudes. I bet you Arkansas has a transfer commit within 2 weeks.
I can believe that.
Before the second round of the NCAA tournament is here, I bet Arkansas has at least 1 or 2 commits.
I believe that. Yep. And I bet you at least one of them are going to be like, oh crap, that guy type thing. Like which by the way, Pod at the Palace is going to be killing it with the portal. So you guys better get
Steven,
that.
Now this is all right. Zachary, we appreciate your contribution to the show today. You've been great. But see, this is where it's like the revisionist history is getting out of hand. When have we ever questioned them? Every year. Every single year we've questioned the chemistry of a Muss team, and they eventually figure it out. Mm-hmm. They always have these weird stretches, and they figure it out. And so we give them that benefit of the doubt. This year, they didn't figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and look, it sucks that they didn't figure it out. We thought they would, and they didn't. We feel like idiots, but it's like we can't go back in time and be like, oh, wait. So now everything should have been different. It's like,
like last year. What was it that Devo famously said when he was
quit
crying?
The team in the middle of the year last year?
Yeah, but it's like what Devo said at the end of the season or after they beat Kansas. This team was struggling, but we figured it out. It's the same thing. And you looked at the year before that. It's like the SEC play happened. We figured it out. That's what they kept saying. We figured it out. So it's wild to me that people are talking about like chemistry's always been perfect with Muss except for this year. It's like there's been issues, but they figured it out. Yeah. They figured it out. Where's the next? Are those next games on ESPN? Because why is Feinbaum on? Or is there a break like between the first two games? And
there might be a little bit of a break.
Okay.
I didn't see two teams ready to warm up.
Yeah, that's true. I figured they'd want to get the games in as quickly as possible, though. It's like
at least with this, you don't have to worry about any weird variables. Like it's not like baseball where you just gotta hurry up and get them in.
Yeah, I wish the SEC tournament would go kind of like what baseball does and just eliminate the first two teams or the last two teams from playing.
Yeah, I know they really should.
Let's see. Memphis says, where does Devo land in Arkansas hierarchy roughly?
In like what?
Like as of all time?
Yeah, he's easily one of the top 200 basketball players I've ever seen at Arkansas. Easily a top 200 all-time player. Ole Miss and A&M are at 6 o'clock on the dot. So I guess there's a little time for a little mini Feinbaum. Everyone loves Feinbaum, so that's why they give him these slots because everyone loves it.
Mm-hmm. Look at all the crowd he's got behind him.
Could you do me a favor and change the channel? I don't want to contribute.
No, I don't want to know.
I don't want to contribute
what do you
to the
watch?
rating. Just literally anything. A Taste of Ireland. That's what I want to watch.
How about Orphan Black on AMC? I don't even know what that is. Oh, Lone Star Law on Animal Planet. This is what we're doing right now. Like, I want to see some gators attack people. Yeah.
Hey, this is actually a good comment. Muss did say early that this team was different and that he didn't feel like they had the same DNA. He did say that.
He did.
Or he did around January. He was like, this team just does not have the same.
And he kept saying it from the previous years, too. He's like, they did just from the previous years, we had this. Previous years, we had this. This. It's not it. So, by the way, old Stovey is still on for
let's go.
For 5. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Man, let's make him answer to these guys.
Yeah. Let's be like, just walk in here, but hey, sit down. Answer these questions. See what they got to say.
We'll get the inside scoop on the number 1 baseball team in the country, boys.
That's right. I'm good for old Stove. But yeah, it's a season that I am happy has come to an end. I really am, just because it's you didn't want to keep seeing it go through the sadness and frustration. It's like it's kind of like a sickness, man. It's like at some point you keep waking up, you're like, man, when am I going to get over this? Like, when am I going to feel better? Like now, you can feel better because it's gone. You just got to build back. And right now, first thing though is going to be Muss's future. Like that's going to be not first and foremost.
Yeah, 100%.
Once that gets settled, which hopefully is quickly, like as far as him coming out and saying he's coming back or whatever.
Yeah.
Then let's get in the portal season because that's what it's all going to be about.
I do think we'll have answers on both of those fronts pretty quickly.
Yeah, I do too.
Or at least the Muss one, you know what I mean? I feel like it's not going to be
within what, a week from now, we'll know everything about that?
I don't know if we'll know everything, but I do think him staying, I feel like it won't take that long because I mean
you can't wait that. You can't let that
you know what I mean? Because like any job opening that's going to come open is not going to come open in 2 weeks. It'd be coming open right now. So yeah, I think we'll get some type of movement on one front or the other. And then that will immediately be followed by the transfer portal or a coaching search, whichever one. Choose your own adventure.
Choose your own adventure.
I'm just glad that what this team did is they kept it interesting until the end. Because like even yesterday's game was interesting. It was a fun game to watch. We were somewhat intrigued at times during this one. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like down the stretch, there were very rare times. Like the Tennessee game felt a little like annoying, where it was like, all right, this is just useless.
Yeah.
Losing to Vanderbilt at home was tough, but there were very few games that we went into it being like annoyed. We were like, oh, this sucks that we're in it. Like it happened 3 or 4 times, but I was really worried early on in the year where I was like, man, this team's gonna be so bad that down the stretch there's gonna be like 8 straight games that we just don't care about at all. But they were, at least they kept us on the hook a little bit.
They
just to finish under 500.
Yeah, they teased us a little bit more, like just making it to where they made it entertaining and interesting at the end of the season. It wasn't great, but all of that. See, and Joshua, it's like you're saying that if Muss returns, I bet he builds a team like South Carolina, big physical effort guys that play disciplined defense. Muss does better that. I agree with you on the effort guys and the disciplined defense, because that's big on what Muss has done. But the whole big physical thing, Muss has never had a big physical team at Arkansas, and he never will. That's not his thing.
It's probably going to be a bunch of 6'6" guards that can't really shoot but play hard on defense.
You're going to have a lot of these Tonys and like some Stanley Amudes that, probably from a smaller college that has a lot of offensive points but takes a while to get adjusted. Like throw in what was his name? Trey Wade. Just like guys like that is what you're going to see.
I also think it's more just about the mentality and makeup of the team. Obviously having the right pieces and personnel, the skill sets to go together. But I think the thing is getting the guys like a Trey Wade or like a Stanley Amude or all these Tourney who just have that winning DNA and like want to be on a winning team and want to do whatever they can. I think that's so important, And like, Jeremiah Davenport, for all his flaws, had that. He just clearly wasn't good enough to make it work.
Yeah.
just was washed. It just kind of was how it was.
Shout out to freezing cold takes. That? Yeah. Tweeted out John Fanta's pick for the national championship of Arkansas.
He waited until officially
the season ended. Yeah. So who will come out on top? John Fanta predicts Razorback men's basketball to win the national championship.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to win it. I'm starting to think they might not.
I think they're out. Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably not winning it. We'll see, though.
Yeah.
Well, John, what'd you learn?
I learned that this team is not a good basketball team. Are you talking about for the season or just for today?
What'd you learn?
I learned that apparently Muss has great chemistry for this team, except for this year. And everything was perfect on every Muss team except for this year. It's just like, no. Yeah, I saw that. Muss going to be on CBS panel for March Madness this year. He might be. He might be. What do they like for the national championship? They put out like these side rooms. What do they call it? Like the coaches cams or something like that.
Yeah, they'll like watch the game.
Yeah, something like that. But Zachary's wondering how much do we get paid to stay positive? We're not trying. Like, what do you mean positive? Like we ripped this team about how terrible they were.
We're just letting y'all know that like it was kind of this way all year.
Yeah.
Like today was not the first time that this team sucked.
Yeah. It was
they did not decide to start sucking today. There were a lot of red flags for this team all year.
If you look at the team and like if you gave a grade throughout the whole season, like Arkansas for the most part was at like that. They were a failing grade. Like they were at like a 50, like a 45, 50%. And then like later in the season at the end, they went up to like 60,
They
65.
lost to UNC Greensboro like the third game of the year.
Yeah.
They went
to was it double overtime against Stanford? Like and they weren't even that good. So yeah, it's just bad.
This team, they just did not buy whatever Muss was selling. They were not into it.
No, they were just like, we're out. And I'll be curious to see. I know Scotty and Curtis are over there in Nashville. I guess they get to go to the locker room after the game, right?
Yeah,
or even if they lose.
We'll get an update on Caleb Battle's whereabouts.
Yeah, see if he's still staying a Razorback till the end.
I hope Keon Benefield got those tests done though.
Yep, got that stuff turned into Blackboard. Hopefully that happened.
The good news is tomorrow SEC play begins. The vaunted Missouri Tigers are coming into Baum Walker Stadium. looking to make a statement against the number one team in the country. Are the Hogs going to take it? Or are they just going to waltz right through the Tigers like they should? Who knows?
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to say? Because I need to get ready for my big interview.
No. It would have been kind of funny if Stovall just walked right in as they were.
It's like, yeah, okay, Stovey.
We would have made him answer this chat. Had to let y'all yell at Peyton Stovall.
I'll bet you won't yell at him.
They would yell at us. They really would yell at him and be like, "Oh, dude, last year you were hitting like 250, dude. What the hell, man? What the hell, Stovall?
Yeah,
why'd you get hurt?"
Yeah, I'd say I don't think he's the one that wants to read the comments or anything. So yeah, it'll be all right. But anyways, but yeah, appreciate y'all watching with us and hanging out with us. It was a good run.
Agreed, Eureka Strings. Agreed.
Yeah. It was a good run, kind of. So
great run,
kind of. But we got a lot of other content. We still got spring football going on.
Yeah.
Pot at the Palace is going to be rocking with some transfer portal stuff. So be sure to listen to that. Bombastic podcast coming out. So still some good stuff. Pot of that nature. Don't forget that, where we talked about football stuff today. It's great. So, but yeah, keep it rolling here, and we'll catch y'all later. So have a good one.